What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Neon Mutant Generation. Welcome if it's your first time. I'm Amber Omega.
Hi, y'all. This is Delta Crow.
It has been a minute.
Oh, yeah.
We took a little break. I recently moved, so I knew during all that mess we just weren't going to be able to record. So figured just take the holiday break.
Made sense.
But now we're in the new year.
Now we're back. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Hell yeah, 2025.
So I'm excited. Lots of stuff to talk about.
Yes.
So let's first catch up on what series are we watching.
Woohoo!
What are you watching right now?
First off the bat is probably one of the funniest shows I've seen in 2024 and or ever. It's the show called Florida Girls from 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The creator, her name is Laura Chin.
Okay.
And she is with her three other best friends. It's all based in Florida. They're like four best friends trying to figure out their life out in this like bumfuck town in Florida. It's so good. It's so funny. Laura Chin's character her name's Shelby. She's trying to get her GED because they're like fifth best friend. Dump them all and move to Ohio for like bigger, better things.
Okay.
And it like shakes up Shelby. She's like, oh no, I need to get my life together. I need to get my GED and get the fuck out of Florida.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah. And then the other three are like, you're stupid. Florida is awesome. We get to party all day. Like they work at this really shitty bar called like Barnacles, I think. And this customer always comes in. His name's Rick. He's always flashing his penis. He drops dong.
God.
Shelby's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
For real.
But all the characters are so fucking funny. It reminds me a lot of like Broad City.
Yeah.
Mixed with like Workaholics with like their insane antics.
Yes.
Oh, it is so good. And then you've got Patty Guggenheim is the best character as Erica.
Mm-hmm.
She's this like burnout stoner who's a kleptomaniac, like just steals anything that's not like bolted down.
Oh shit.
But she's honest about it. They're like, she gets called out for it all the time, like, hey girl, didn't you just steal this hot sauce off the table? She's like, who, me? Yeah, I did that. Sorry.
I like it.
She like steals books, and then this other character, Caitlin, she's like, you don't even know how to read. Like, read this label or read the title. And Erica's like, I fully would. But there's a sticker in front of it. And then like it is so good. And then you got Caitlin, who is played by Melanie Field. If anybody watched A League of Their Own, that series.
Oh yes. Oh,
what's her character's name? She's like Greta's best friend. Joe, maybe?
Oh,
What's that character's name?
I can't remember. It's been so hard for me to return to it since I canceled it. But
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
bummer.
Okay.
But it's her. It's like
Awesome.
Greta's best friend.
Okay.
All she cares about is throwing the best party ever. She's like, I know my friends, they know how cool I am, but now the whole world needs to know I'm cooler than them.
I see the Workaholics similarities here. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They go to, like, insane depths to make this huge island party a big thing. And then you've got Jayla, who's played by Lacey Mosley. And she's obsessed with this man named Harold, who is, like, the owner of an Applebee's. And she's like, he makes all this money. He's going to take me out of here. Like, screw all you guys. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, it's so good. His name's Harold, right? So Harold takes Jayla to like a corporate party as like his girlfriend, but not. He's like, this is my friend, and she gets upset, right?
Yes.
But she's also trying to be like undercover. Like, I'm not a girl from the streets. I'm classy.
Yeah,
I'm here in this Applebee's money.
Yes.
And she thinks the way to like fit in is to like talk shit on the food. She's like, these sliders are unacceptable. Can I talk to the manager? And then the manager is someone from like her like street days from the neighborhood and like calls her out immediately.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Juicy J, what's up, girl? Like, this girl's nuts. She used to like hang out in the back and like chew on leftover chicken bones like a little rat, like in front of her boyfriend. She's just like horrified.
Oh my goodness. I like this.
It is seriously so funny. Thank you, Audrey and Janelle. They turned me on to it. It's only one season though.
What's it on?
It's on, we watched it through Prime, but I think you can watch it through Tubi.
Okay.
It's a pop show from that channel or whatever.
I got you.
Like Schitt's Creek is on Pop.
Gotcha.
Man, it's only one season
Oh, that
though. It was created in 2019, and then like the
Okay.
pandemic like totally shit on it.
Damn.
But it's so funny.
Okay.
The lady who plays Patty Mayonnaise is in it from Doug.
What?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, my brain's like moving. I'm like, wait, Doug?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Patty, you're the mayonnaise for me.
That's
You know.
crazy. Oh, I love that.
She's like the convenience store clerk who is definitely on meth, who loves guns and
Damn.
like going up like collecting trash off the street and like, you know, things like that. She's great.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, and I think you'll love this. Kim Whitley is in it as well.
Oh, I do love Kim
Yeah,
Whitley.
that is Shelby's mom, who is a
Okay.
hustler.
Okay.
Who is an absolute hustler and always blames Shelby for her back being hurt. Like, my back is hurt. I slipped disc because I birthed you. so nuts. Oh man, the show is so good.
That's
Definitely.
a bummer. Yeah, you're right. COVID killed a lot
I
of shows.
know.
So
Ugh,
okay, no, I definitely want to check this out.
it is so good. The amount of times we've rewatched these episodes. I rewatched it last night. Like, it just, man, it's absurd. It's so good.
Oh,
Such a
man.
bummer. I hope if any of y'all are listening to this from that show, please bring it back.
Yes.
Please, Lorchin, please. Please, it's so good.
Damn, I feel like it sounds familiar. Maybe I had seen it just kind of scrolling through the
Yeah.
app or something. Because I'm always on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I will definitely give this a shot.
Oh, it's so good.
I love kind of just those kind of concepts, you know,
Mhm.
with like a group of friends, you know, and this sounds like a hilarious concept.
It's gonna be right up your alley.
Cool.
So good. Thank you, Audrey and Janelle.
Yeah.
Bless you. This
Uh-huh.
is like my favorite comedy series of the year for sure.
Awesome. Another good pick from Audrey and Janelle.
I know, they're killing it. I don't even pick things on my own anymore. It's like, what y'all watching? Let me in on that.
Very cool. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I finally gave in. I've been watching like Sex and the City and the movies and stuff.
Okay.
And I had still not started the sequel series that came out that started a couple years ago. And just like that,
Okay.
yeah, I finally gave in and watched it. I binged the first season, and I'm halfway through the second season. And I had held off on it for so long because Samantha, my favorite character, is not in the series.
Right.
And I didn't think it would really be as interesting to me without her character. Like, her character is just so pivotal in that whole show.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, okay, from what I've been hearing, season 3 might have her back.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Hopefully. I'm
I
hoping.
hope so.
Because that would be amazing. But yeah, I think I was just like, I want to watch something in Sex and the City. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just start the new show.
Yeah.
And I kind of already knew what's happening because a lot of people I follow on TikTok kind of gave their like commentary on
Yeah.
it. So I knew a lot of the new characters and whatnot. I knew Big dies in the very beginning and stuff.
Immediately.
Yeah, which I'm okay with. You know, I'm like, all right, this will basically set a new chapter for Carrie.
It's like, finally, like, this guy sucked. That Big sucked. Like, I didn't even finish all of Sex in the City, but yeah, I didn't like him. He
I
sucked.
totally get it.
Aiden's hot. Go for that.
And well, see, Aiden wasn't good for her either because they
that's
just
real?
wanted totally different things.
That is true. He's
you
just
know?
hot, so I'm going for
He's
that.
hot. Don't get me wrong. He's an attractive man, but they just in game they just weren't gonna because he wanted a family and wanted to live out in the country, and that was definitely not Carrie at all.
No, that makes sense.
Exactly.
I got blinded by you, John Corbett, again. Damn you.
Which I get it. I totally understand. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the guys that she went out with, I thought were like, okay. I don't feel like anyone was like, I don't know, like right for her. But I feel like Big was like, I guess the closest we were gonna get.
Ew.
So with him gone out of the series, I'm like, okay, let's just see how it goes. And the way they write out Samantha really upsets me though,
Oh no.
because now she's living in London, and her and Carrie had a huge fallout over money, which is bullshit. Because Samantha would do anything for fucking Carrie.
Yeah.
She even like, she's like a publicist.
Right.
She like offered her services for free when Carrie's like first book came out during the series. So for them to fall out over money, because I guess like Carrie had to let her go because they incorporate the pandemic in the show.
Okay.
So like Carrie had to let her go because there just wasn't really opportunities and stuff. And Samantha, I guess, was upset by that and then went off to London. So I was just like, that is crap.
no.
She would
That
never.
doesn't seem right.
And to have her not come back for Big's funeral, like Samantha would absolutely be at the funeral.
Yeah.
They have her character. You don't see anything. They're kind of just texting each other, and she like sends flowers and stuff. So it just it kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. Okay. Breakup through text. Been there.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Exactly.
Stupid. It's stupid. Stupid choice.
Exactly. So like the first season's all about Carrie's grief of losing Big and stuff, and then Miranda and Steve. Oh my god. Miranda. It's so sad because I like Steve.
Yeah.
I know he's not perfect.
No.
And I always liked him, but I just kind of always knew there was going to be issues with him at some point.
Totally.
Like, and there was, he fucked around, in one of the movies, like the first movie, he cheated on her because they weren't having sex like at all.
Ugh.
And now they're kind of back into that. Like they're older, so I guess maybe they're just like, well, we're old, so we don't, have sex. But they're like a total sexless marriage. And, Miranda's just kind of settled into this routine.
Oh, Miranda.
Yeah,
Miranda.
It's pretty sad to watch.
How old is the kid now?
Brady, I think, is either just out of high school, because I think in the second season, I know. In the second season, he goes off to Europe with his girlfriend, and it's so gross. I mean, I guess for more liberated parents, they allow him and his girlfriend to like have sex at their house and stuff, and they're like just banging away, like they can hear him, and so I'm like, ew.
I don't think I could bang in my parents' house like that.
Me neither. And like the girlfriend's just walking around like, hey guys. It's just like, oh, gross. So, her like life is like, kind of boring, not much happening right now and stuff. And so Carrie, who like, it makes sense. There's no longer really a newspaper column for her anymore because newspapers are kind of out.
Oh, it's true.
So now she's on a podcast. And this is where we meet Che. I don't remember. I didn't watch Grey's Anatomy, but they were on Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
And now they're on this show. And Che, I just remember people talking about it. A lot of people don't like Che.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, they're non-binary. Yeah. And also on the podcast is Bobby fucking Lee, which I would have not expected to be on this show.
Did he come
I know. I'm like, ew, Bobby Lee.
What the heck? Is that what he's gonna do on that podcast?
So Carrie, is definitely older, the older one in the trio and stuff, and they're always trying to like, talk about very, I don't know, not pushing the boundaries too much, but definitely outside of Carrie's comfort zone. So she's having like issues kind of adjusting to like talking about sex and like, just being more open about her life on the podcast. So it's kind of been like her conflict so far. But Che, I think, is... I don't have a problem with Che. It's the podcast that's really fucking annoying. They're just trying to be so edgy and shit. And it's like, all right, shut up.
Shut up.
But outside of the podcast, I do like the character Che.
Okay, yeah.
And they meet Miranda at Big's funeral. And Miranda is just like, at first, like I guess Che is smoking or vaping, and Brady comes out there and it's like, hey, can I take a hit? Blah, blah. And Miranda comes out like, how dare you give my son drugs? All this shit. I'm a fucking lawyer. Lock your ass up. But she finds out later that Che is Carrie's boss.
Yeah.
And so then I think they go to a Che's, because Che's also a stand-up comic.
Okay.
So they go to their stand-up comedy show, and Miranda is just like completely just mesmerized.
Oh, I bet.
Starts to feel like this new emerging self, and absolutely just falls head over heels with Che, and
I love that.
Start getting it on and stuff.
I bet that's hot.
But Miranda's not mentioning nothing to Steve, so it's really kind of swarmy at this point.
Oh man!
But I think people were just like, well, Miranda already said that she's like not gay. They already had that kind of storyline. I'm like, well, Che's non-binary, so
that's already out the window.
Yeah,
using binary language.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe this is a very different situation. So I applaud it. I'm okay with that storyline. And the second season continues because Che gets an opportunity to film a TV show out in LA. Okay. And Miranda goes out there.
All right.
Finally admits to Steve, like, hey, this shit ain't working out, and so right now they're kind of living their own lives now.
Okay, bye, Steve.
Yeah. Poor Steve.
Poor Steve.
I know. But he's happy with where they were, they were... think they had like a routine where they like have their dessert and watch TV. I forgot whatever TV show they fucking watched every day. He's like, I like that. And
I like that. She's like, I fucking don't.
Exactly.
That's fair. Sorry, Steve.
Charlotte's, doing good.
Okay.
Raising,
I almost forgot about her.
Yeah. I do like Charlotte, even though she does annoy me sometimes. But, she's raising 2 wonderful kids.
Is she still with the same guy?
Bald dude.
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Go off.
They're still married. And then their daughter Lily is like grown up, amazing concert pianist, but now she kind of wants to like go into her own kind of music and stuff, So yeah. I'm like, because I don't watch this show for their fucking kids. I watch it for the
original 4.
But I understand they're gonna incorporate storylines with their kids in it.
Oh yeah, like Gen Q.
Yeah, exactly. And their other daughter is now transitioning.
Okay.
So Rose is now Rock.
Okay.
So Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty cool. I'm like,
yeah,
all right,
I
Rock.
like that.
So of course,
From
Harry,
a rose to a rock.
Yes,
I love that.
Harry and Charlotte are definitely having trouble adjusting.
Sure.
So I think it's because also too Rock informed like everyone else at school, but didn't really have that conversation with their parents. So. Yeah. It's definitely, I can see why they're doing these storylines, which I'm totally okay with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they overshadow the main characters too much. We just get kind of glimpses into their kids' lives.
Okay, that's good. So, keep it that way.
Yeah. Keeping it that way.
I'm not Sex and the City and kids. I'm not here for that.
I was definitely bummed with Stanford. Carrie's like
the friend,
gay best friend. Yeah,
he passed away, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Oh. But they made him so unlikable. Like I could not stand him, and I love Stanford.
Yeah, he was so fun.
Because like him and Anthony are married, but they're like having. Do you know what Anthony was?
I don't know who Anthony is.
So Anthony was. I think that's his name. Is it Anthony? Ooh, I might be fucking up. That he was Charlotte's gay best friend.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh the kind of like jerky one.
Yes,
the one who was an asshole.
They got married.
I didn't know
that. In the second movie, Sex and the City 2. I know it was so weird, just like because like I remember Charlotte had set them up.
Yeah,
but like Anthony just took off. He's like, no, you said fucking a young Ed Harris.
Yes. Oh my god, I do remember that. Oh man, they got together because I remember like in the first movie. I think they were together on New Year's, like everyone else was kind of like off doing their own thing and, they just kind of shared a kiss. And I guess from that, we're supposed to believe that they developed a relationship. Romance.
Yeah, I'm like, this is kind of lazy, but whatever. All right. But they made him so insufferable, like in the first season.
That's a terrible move.
And the way they wrote off his character, because he did pass away. Yeah. He like I forget, like he's either like not a publicist, but I think like a manager for like a music group, and they're touring or off in Japan right now, and that's just it.
Just send them abroad. That's how they handle these situations.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess maybe to have like 2 funerals would have been too much. I guess for the show, but I'm just like, okay, that's kind of weird.
But like one of those characters isn't actually a dead person,
right?
Like,
exactly. So
he killed his career, but
yes, he did.
Yeah. What's his name? Noth? Something.
Yeah,
Noth?
you will never see Chris Noth again.
Nope.
I'm sure.
Yep.
So. But yeah, it was annoying. I'm just like, damn it, 'cause I loved Stanford. I love when they would like fucking call Carrie out and shit. So
someone needed to.
Yes. Good
Carrie's
God.
delusional.
Good God. I crack up at everyone just like, God, we fucking hate Carrie. I'm like, she's a flawed character.
Totally.
They all are, and don't get me wrong. There are episodes that I have to skip from the original series because they're just too cringy for me.
Oh, that's real.
Oh, yeah. But like, I do still appreciate and have fun watching the show.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, so they introduced new characters, and I'll give them this. They did a better job of introducing women of color, Black women characters, way better than they did in the movie. Okay. In the movie, they, of course, heard all the backlash that the show was super white. And I'm like, yes, it is. And in the times where they've had Black characters, I just rather just them not. I'm like, just live in your white world.
Right, because that's where you belong.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember there's one episode where Samantha dates this Black dude, and his sister was like not pleased with it. I'm just like, this is so dumb. This is so embarrassing. But in the movie, they bring Jennifer Hudson into it. And she works as an assistant for Carrie after Carrie, because Big stands up Carrie at the wedding.
Okay.
And so she just basically has to turn her life all around. She needs help, so she hires Jennifer Hudson, Louise from St. Louis, and she's kind of like her magical Negro, and I'm just like, okay, I hate it. And then she gifts her at the end of it this ugly fucking Louis Vuitton bag, the worst Louis Vuitton bag I've ever seen. And I'm not really a big Louis Vuitton fan.
Sure.
But ugly. But I feel like they were doing that just to kind of shove her character in there to be see,
yeah,
Carrie's cool with black people.
Yeah, look.
Thing.
Over here.
And it just feels very forced. But in the show, they introduce new characters who befriend the women at different times. So Seema, who's pretty awesome, South Asian woman. She's a realtor that helps Carrie find a new place.
Okay.
And they become friends. I really like her character. We get to know more about her. She's never been married. Still looking for the one and stuff. But she's very together lady. And isn't necessarily waiting around, So I really like her character. And then Miranda is going back to school and getting her master's. And her professor, who's about her age, black woman, Naya. Really cool. However, good God, the first day of class, it's so cringy. Miranda's trying so hard not to be offensive and just kept saying all the most horrible offensive shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was so cringy.
Girl.
But they later become friends.
Yeah.
So I do like that. And then Charlotte befriends another mom at her school, another black woman. What's her name? Lisa. And Lisa, who's played by Nicole Ari Parker. Do you remember The Incredible Story of Two Girls in Love?
Yes. Hello. Okay.
So she's great in it. She's a, definitely upscale, artistic, woman like that. So they have their own little friend circles outside of the main three. So you kind of see them, kind of have their friendships outside of the main friendships with Carrie and Miranda and Charlotte. So it's kind of cool.
I love that.
Yeah, and they give these characters, their own stories, their own issues in their family and relationships and stuff. So I'm okay. The fact that I think it works better in a series if we can get more development for the character, whereas in the movie it was just kind of just plopped in there, So I'm definitely enjoying it. Like I said, I'm halfway through season 2.
Okay.
So it hasn't pulled me to keep watching it, but I do want to finish it.
Totally.
Especially if Sam's going to be in season 3.
Ooh,
I'm going to prime myself, be ready for it, because I just love Kim Cattrall. And
I hope she comes back. I don't want to say she better, because she knows better than anyone.
No, if they don't fucking pay her, I feel that's funny that they kind of use that as the excuse for her character. Is money. And that was an issue, I think, in real life.
Right.
I think she wasn't getting paid as much as Sarah Jessica Parker. And I'm Sarah Jessica Parker is great and all, but Kim Cattrall is why I watched this
absolutely.
Show,
I would rather watch Samantha over Carrie any
day. Any day. So hopefully she'll be back, but it's kind of feeding my little need for some Sex in the City right now, so I'll
scratching
take it.
Itch. Yep.
Scratching the itch, so I'll fucking take it right
now. Yep.
So yeah. What about you? What other things are you watching?
Okay, this one is for anyone who loves reality television.
Oh, okay.
Big shout out to my brother Russell Crowe. That is his name.
Yes, it is.
Big shout out to Russell Crowe for getting me onto the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, you did post about this.
My God.
Okay.
The first episode alone. Drama. Scandal. Police.
Ooh.
Mormons.
Ooh.
Oh my God. So good. Reality TV hasn't always been my favorite, but I do love it.
Yeah.
Especially when it's good. Like Vanderpump Rules. That's one of my favorites of all time. And nothing has quite hit me like Vanderpump, like The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives did. Just oh my God, I cannot wait for more. These people are nuts. Oh, I love it. So there's, I don't know if you heard about the soft swinging scandal.
No.
Okay, so it's about a group of women in Utah, Mormon wives, who started this thing called Mom Talk. they say it's like taking down the patriarchy, but it's them dancing and making like little reels and stuff for TikTok.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
to diminish what they do.
Okay.
I'm sure it's scandalous for the Mormon culture.
True.
But, like,
Yes.
I don't know what this is doing, but go off. Love it. They all look the same, by the way. Like,
Oh,
they all
yeah.
have the same long, wavy extensions. You
Oh,
cannot
yes.
tell them apart from behind. It's so good. But they had like a huge following, and I guess one member of that group went onto Reddit and like tried to expose what was going on in Mom Talk, which is soft swinging, which I guess is everything but sex, swapping partners,
Oh.
everything but actual penetration.
Oh God. Okay.
And then like the head of Mom Talk is this woman named like Taylor Frankie Paul, then went on to live, like Instagram live, and just exposed everything.
Oh,
she like blew up her
shit.
own life.
Oh,
Like, that is
what?
true. We did swap. I made out with every single one of their husbands. We would have these parties. Man, it just like blew up.
Oh my God.
And so, Mormon Wives, the show, kind of takes place after that. Like,
Okay. So it's like the aftermath.
Yeah, the aftermath of that. And they bring it up. They acknowledge it. Taylor Frankie Paul is like one of the main girls on there, and like several other women who were a part of Mom Talk who claim they weren't a part of the swinging. I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it. Like, one of the girls said that she was straight up at that party, or at one of them, and it felt weird, but she didn't know.
Okay.
She didn't know.
Okay. I find that to be hard to
believe.
You don't know what's going on here.
So it's like them trying to rebuild Mom Talk. Like, we want to go back to what Mom Talk stands for. And I'm like, what does it stand for? What does it stand for?
Before it was corrupted.
Before it was corrupted. And then you've got like, so there's Taylor Frankie Paul, who's like the head of the group, but then you've got Whitney, who wants to be like the head of the group, and she like kind of puts herself off to be like the perfect Mormon girl. And lo and behold, her husband got called out for like being on Tinder and like sending pictures, porn addiction.
No shocker.
No shock there. No shock there. Oh man. And that it's just so much. It's so much drama in the first episode.
Damn.
It's so good. And they like love they can't drink caffeine, right? That's
yes.
one of the like, I don't know, rules, but not allowed to drink caffeine, so they kind of made a loophole of like these really fancy soda shops. They get like they're like artisanal. They're so so fancy.
Okay.
Like, they get like all these different syrups, most of them sugar free because hello,
Okay.
they're not about the sugar out there. But they like to get all these like pumps of different like sugar free vanilla, pineapple, blah blah blah, and then like get coconut cream, and like they do these sodas up, and they're like 44 ounces, and they drink like 5 of them a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they don't drink caffeine.
Right.
But that's like the loophole. And some do.
Okay.
Some do, and some drink. You're not supposed to drink, but some do.
Okay.
So like even the group of moms, they're like they separate themselves, the saints and the sinners.
Yeah.
So there's like the more quote unquote perfect Mormons, and then like the ones who are a little bit more like liberal and like progressive, really.
Right.
So there's a constant battle between those two.
Gotcha.
Whitney like heads the saints, and then Taylor heads like the sinners. It's just so ridiculous. Oh, they're also very anti-drug, right? But
Yes.
in Utah, I guess it's like one of the biggest spots for plastic surgery.
Oh wow.
So there's kind of like the loophole for them to do drugs
the painkillers.
that way, the painkillers, the laughing gas.
Oh my God.
They like make a trip, and like they go and get their laughing gas, and they're like, yeah, I'm high.
Wow.
It's so good.
Oh my goodness. So fascinating.
It is so good. One of my favorite things is watching Whitney, her husband Connor, who I believe everyone believes he's on the DL. Like,
okay. Wouldn't, yeah.
and that's totally fine. Everyone, it's just like, dude, just it's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay.
Mhm. Yes. Yes.
But like watching his fashion choices throughout the entire series
Yes.
or season is so funny. He completely changes his aesthetic every episode. You have no idea what he's gonna look like.
Whoa.
One time he has like bleach blonde hair, looking like an idiot, but then he shaves it and shows up to a party in an all black tracksuit with a gold chain, hair slicked back.
Oh
man, he just looks insane.
Oh my goodness.
And they're like, they caught him on Tinder, but everyone, even me, my brother, everyone, I've made all my friends watch this show. I get messages like, dude, like, do they mean Grindr? Like, they found him on Grindr, right? Like, not Tinder? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Even if you go onto her Instagram, I had to do it. There's like a happy birthday post to Connor, and people are like, hey, what's it like being with a gay man?
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if that's bad to say, but man, it's just funny.
There was a show called, I think it's like either My Husband's Not Gay or something, and it's these women who are in a group, and their husbands, you know, have fought their like gay, you know, feelings and stuff. And I'm not sure if they've like had like they do like the re-education kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
But like during these times, the men will go off all together to these camping trips and stuff. So it's like the women are so oblivious to it. So I'm not shocked. And they are Mormons, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the high school that I went to, I grew up in Clovis, Buchanan. Most of my school was predominantly white, and then half of that was Mormon.
Right.
So I grew up around, like, the Mormon church was across the street from my elementary school. Up the street was another one. Up the street was another one. So it just felt like I was back in high school. Yeah. Like, oh, these are what my friends or my classmates, this is what they grew up to be.
Right.
Because a lot of them did move either to Idaho or Hawaii or Utah, like right after high school.
Yeah,
so it was kind of like bringing me back to my roots.
That is hilarious. Oh my god!
I really want to try those artisanal sodas, like or dirty sodas.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. God, the loopholes that these girls find.
Seriously.
Oh man, the men on this series are disgusting. Oh man, I just don't like them. They are just the typical like. My woman. Yes. I can't do anything that I don't give you permission to do.
Right.
Like, but of course, they send them out to Vegas. I'm like, you're going to upset some of these ugly ass dudes. And of course, they do. They do. Like, they go to Chippendales, and the husband gets so mad at one of them and like questions her character, and she's like, I don't even want to. I didn't know we were even gonna be here. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, oh man, this is rough.
No, yeah, I am not shocked at all with the husbands. Ugh. Jeez.
And then they're still doing the mom talk, still making up those ugly dances, like bringing down the patriarchy. One of them brings out a thing called the truth box, which is a terrible idea. It's just like you write anonymous notes and then you read them out loud, and then you're supposed to answer the questions. Bad idea.
Yeah, that's gonna lead to good things.
Oh yeah, jeez. Like, and of course it leads to like a huge explosion. People are crying. Whitney's hiding in a closet. Demi, who I think is like everyone's favorite, she's like, "What are you doing, just crying in here, and like with your 2 Chihuahua dogs?" Like her friends. Like, so good. But the first episode alone got me hooked. Thank you again, Russell. He told me about it on Thanksgiving. I immediately went back to Studio It's, ate some shrooms, killed the entire season.
Love it.
In a day. It was great. It was so good. And then told everybody, you gotta watch this. Oh my God, spread the word along. So,
oh my gosh.
Thank you, Russell. Highly recommend.
Awesome.
If you love reality TV, I definitely recommend. And I think the second season should be coming out soon.
Okay, so it's like on right now.
Yeah, they just like released it. They released the first one, and then I'm hoping, because it's only like 10 episodes. It's not very long, especially like I feel like specifically for reality television. So hopefully there'll be more, because oh my God.
Love it.
I need to know what they're up to. Did Mom Talk survive?
Oh my gosh. I think it's not as, I guess it's kind of similar in a way. That's why I started watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Okay, yeah.
Because I wanted to just see, like, I wanted a glimpse into the Mormon world. And it is so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this totally kind of reminds me of that.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Absolutely. There's got to be some run-ins somewhere.
There has to be. Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
they just don't, oh man, the soft swinging, I can't.
Soft swinging.
I'm like, you
everything but.
Right, y'all can't even cheat properly. Like, come on, just like, or like even with the laughing gas, like, yo, just smoke some weed. Like, it's okay.
Right?
It's okay.
I feel like you get a headache from the laughing gas.
I know.
But
man.
yeah, I guess those are the loopholes you gotta take. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they take them.
Oh,
and I respect that.
Gotta be inventive. You know?
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
Yeah. Work with the rules.
All right, I might check that one out.
Yeah, please. It's okay.
Yes. That sounds good. So I am still watching Bob's Burgers.
Hell yeah.
I was bummed though, there was no Turkey Day episode.
What?
Yeah,
But Linda loves Thanksgiving.
No, I mean
she doesn't.
Linda does, but Bob
loves Thanksgiving.
Bob loves Thanksgiving. Linda's more Christmas.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of her song.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Is that the right one?
Yeah. We're having mashed potatoes. Thank you for loving me.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So I just assumed she loved it.
Everybody's thinking, we're all thinking you kill the turkey. No, I don't. She was just great. She just loves making songs. Yes.
Okay, got it.
But no, Bob is usually the one.
That makes more sense. He is the cook. Hello.
Yes, absolutely. Because Linda could like give a shit about the cooking. She's like, well, just go get something.
Yeah.
You know? But like, I was bummed. Usually, I love seeing him spiral out, over the dinner and stuff. So no Turkey Day episode, but they had a really good Christmas episode.
Oh, okay,
this year. Good. The kids wanted this Game Whiz, which I'm supposed to be kind of like a Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
And they kept like hinting it, all like, season and stuff. And fortunately, parents don't have the funds for it and stuff. So they get them. Do you remember the game Simon?
Yes. I hated that game.
I never actually got to play. I never had one.
It's too much. It's too much. The anxiety. If you are an anxious person, don't do it.
Oh, the kids hated it too.
Yeah.
They're just like, what are you supposed to do with it? Where's the screen? It's just like the 4 lights. So you're supposed to just repeat the patterns and stuff.
Oh, they would have hated Bop It.
Yeah, they absolutely right. So of course they're so disappointed. They don't want to show how disappointed they are to their parents and stuff. But like Bob and Linda absolutely know. So we're like, okay, well let's go to, I forget what they call it, but they have like a Christmas tree lane.
Oh, okay.
So like in the nice neighborhood and stuff, like let's look at the Christmas lights and stuff and take the kids walking around and maybe that will bring everyone's spirits up and stuff. Cute episode. Gene runs into this really cute little puppy. And I forget, like when they got the Simon game, they also, Bob gave him dark chocolate. And Gene's like, what the fuck? Just give us regular chocolate.
Yeah, oh my God.
So when they're on the Christmas tree lane walk and stuff, they come across the puppy, Gene does, and he feeds he's like, oh, you're cute. See if you like chocolate. Feeds this dog all this chocolate. I know,
no.
Not knowing. Yes. And so like after the puppy runs off and Gene goes back in, like, is the family. He's like, I saw this cute dog and I fed him a bunch of chocolate. They're like, what? You did what? We gotta find this dog, otherwise it's gonna die, So it's like them just spending Christmas evening trying to find this dog.
Oh,
and then like trying to find somewhere where they can get like a turkey baster and hydrogen peroxide to, like I said, so it helps the dog.
Okay, I was like, hydrogen peroxide?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did not know this. I learned something. So.
Okay, thank you, Bob's Burgers.
But always a little adventure with that family. So it was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. And they eventually, I think, the puppy, they find the puppy, help it, and of course Louise like doesn't want the puppy to go. She wants to keep it and stuff, but it belongs to someone because it had like a little bow around it, so it was a gift for one of the kids in the neighborhood. And the father is very generous with a reward for finding the puppy, enough for them to get a Game Whiz.
Hello.
So it works out for everyone. So really cute,
full
really
circle.
Cute. Yes. I mean, I do have my favorite Christmas episode, and that's the one where they have to go out and get a tree on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Because Linda buys, like, 2 different trees way too early on, like, one right after Halloween, and the second one right after Thanksgiving.
Linda!
She's like, we gotta have a tree, Mommy! And I'm just like, I totally understand her.
Oh, the tree! We need the tree!
And they get run off the road by that candy cane truck.
Yep.
By that dude voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah!
Who I fucking love. I'm gonna bang your ass.
Ooh! Getting hit from behind from Bobcat Goldthwait.
So good. So good. That's still my favorite Christmas episode. But this was a good one, too. This was a good one, too.
I haven't seen all the Christmas episodes, but I've definitely seen the candy cane truck
one. It's my favorite. I watch it all the time.
Hell yeah.
It's so good. So that one was a good one. And then there was another episode where Louise and Tina get into a big fight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like, Louise takes one of Tina's little horse. I forget the name of the actual horses, the show and stuff. But it's kind of like My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm.
And takes one of her, like, newly bought horses and breaks it and stuff. And so Louise, or Tina calls Louise a brat. And you can tell, like, Louise is, like, really hurt by it, you know? But, like, she's like, well, you're fucking boring. This is a boring ass show that you watch. She's like, I think she's using the horse to like have her little slug toys. She has like her own little like toys that she's into, and kind of using it as like kind of like a transport for her little slug toys and stuff. And like you could definitely say like, you know, like they love each other, but they definitely butt heads and stuff. And it's really cute because then Linda's like, you need to apologize to Tina, go write her a letter. And Louise ends up coming up with this and writing this comic, you know, talking about like, I'm so sorry, you're so boring.
Of course.
And it's really cute because they use like this kind of like this very kind of like drawn animation to kind of show the comic. I love it when they do that. They bring different animation styles into the show and stuff. So it's really cute. And of course they make up and stuff. You know, they're sisters. They love each other. They
have to.
And I mean, it made me think of me and my sister, like whenever she would like borrow my CDs and stuff and like either she didn't take care of them, I'd like get so upset that I'm like, oh, you're my sister. I love you. And I'm glad you like good music.
Right. So. Hey, at least there's that. At least there's that.
Exactly. So it's a good season so far. I haven't finished all of it. I've been kind of just bopping around on it and stuff, but it's a good one. I'm not sure I feel like this so far it might be, I don't think they've been renewed.
Oh, really?
Because we're in season 15.
Right.
And I think their last contract was for 14 and 15, so... I don't know.
Are you ready for it to be over?
I mean, yeah, I think I am. Because I don't think... We'll see how the season plays out.
So they haven't finished the season yet?
Yeah, no, not yet. They take like stupid long breaks. That's what pisses me off too.
Okay.
Like they just take like huge breaks in between. Not their fault. It's just the scheduling and shit.
Yeah.
But these last few seasons, the episodes aren't as memorable to me. The ones I don't really revisit as often. I feel like seasons 2 through 7, I think, were probably still like the best. Once you go past that, I think the episodes become hit or miss for me.
Got it.
So I don't want them to go on like The Simpsons has.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this just needs to end already. It's ridiculous. Right. And I'm happy that they're bringing in, I think Marshmallow actually has a black trans woman who is voicing the character now.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched the episode yet, but so I'm like, okay, that's great, you know? And I think, like I think I told you like last time, they did replace Jimmy Pesto.
Jimmy Pesto, yeah.
Which I'm still getting used to.
Sure.
But, I mean, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him.
But yeah, I do feel like it should wrap up soon because I don't think there's much more they can do with it. Yeah. I feel like they've done so much and it's been great. You know, it's had a great run and stuff.
Yeah, so. Ended on a high note.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Because I feel like King of the Hill, I think, went on 12 or 13 seasons, and towards the end of that, they're just not as good.
Which is so sad because King of the Hill was amazing.
It's amazing.
Like, top tier.
Yes, I still watch it. It still holds up. But as you get to those later seasons, and then that's just what happens. You know? Is. I can imagine how much, you know, you get to keep writing and thinking of ideas and stuff each season. So if it ends this season, I hope it gets a proper send off. You know? But yeah, I just don't think they should go to 20. Like it doesn't need to happen.
No, that's a lot of seasons for it to potentially be mediocre or even less.
Exactly. And I have to admit, I tried to watch the movie and I didn't get through it.
Oh no!
So I'll try again.
Yeah,
I'll try again. I think there was just too many songs.
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
And I do like the songs in the show. But I feel like it just seemed like every 5 minutes they were breaking into songs.
It's not back to back to back to back.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's one great song throughout the show that, you know, becomes very catchy. But like in the movie, it was just so much. And I'm just like, okay, this is a little overkill for me.
That's fair.
So, and I mean, I know you're a musical. You love the
I'm
musicals. I do too. I'm just definitely more selective.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't grow up like a theater kid and stuff. So I think like that to me kind of separates me from that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See. But I'm excited. I'm happy that, like, so far the episode's been pretty good and stuff. So again, if it ends the season, I'm totally cool with that.
Hell yeah. Do it right, Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
You're far too beloved.
Absolutely. Like, my goodness. Like, I just love the characters so much. So they did such a great job creating the series. So kudos to them. So what else are you watching?
Okay, I am doing a rewatch.
Okay.
To get up to the last season of Outlander. Rewatching Outlander, starting from the very beginning, but they just released the very last season this
How many
year.
are there now?
I think it's 8.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
It's 8, or it's like season 7, part 2.
Okay,
that's how they split up the last season.
Okay.
So I'm rewatching it to catch up because it's the end. And there's so much shit that's happened that I'm like, I don't. And like you said with Bob's Burgers, the breaks. It feels like the breaks were so long, and I don't remember exactly what happened, or it's just a lot. So to catch up, I'm like, let's just start from the fucking beginning. Why the hell not? So Outlander, man, this show. I started watching Outlander a couple years ago after I finished Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Because I was like, I need a palate cleanser. My mom's been watching Outlander, so and my mom's not like a TV person, so I was like, okay, let's all right, let's try that. Let's try that.
Okay.
Wrong choice for a palate cleanser is fucked up. It just gets you right back into the fuck uppery of like
shit. Okay.
But it is really good. It's fucked up in a different way. But Outlander is like a sci-fi kind of series, maybe not quite sci-fi, time travel.
Okay.
So there's Claire, who is like, oh, what the fuck was that? I've never heard none of that before. Siri
crazy.
Interrupting, rude. My phone has never done that. AI is real.
Yes,
they're listening. Fuck you, Skynet. Like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. That was weird.
I put my phone on do not disturb even, and it did that. What the?
Oh, wow. That's creepy.
That's really scary. Okay, Outlander. Okay, it starts off with Claire. She's what's her last name? Beecham? I think it's her maiden name is Beecham. But she's like a war nurse from like the 1940s. Her and her husband Frank take like a second honeymoon after the war's over. They take it to Scotland to kind of Frank is like a history professor or like a historian. He's super into that and like figuring out where he comes from, like his lineage. And one of his great ancestors was out in Scotland doing whatever the fuck they're trying to figure out who this man was.
Okay.
Jack Randall is the ancestor's name. So and then they're kind of like seeing some like spooky shit. Like you got druids out there.
Okay.
People who practice like paganism. I'm assuming it's paganism. But like while they're figuring out like the history of the town Inverness, they're like discovering that like people still practice these like pagan rituals, and they come across one out in these like rock formations, kind of like Stonehenge.
Okay.
Like out in the middle of the night, and they're like, it's so beautiful, and they're just watching these women dance around in a circle, and like Claire is very mesmerized by it. She's also a botanist, so she's like looking around at flowers and plants and stuff.
Okay.
So she's like, I need to figure out a plant that I saw up there. I need to go back up there to the ruins, or I think it's called Craignadoon. Craignadoon is the name of that place. So she goes back up there. It's deserted now, and she hears this like insane buzzing when she's up there alone, and she like touches the stones. It's like drawing her to the stones, and she goes through the stones, and she ends up in like 1700 Scotland.
Okay.
Like she goes back in time.
Okay. Interesting. I never knew what the show was about. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was like, Mom, what are you watching? Time travel. Like Claire gets sent back to the same spot, but like 200 years prior.
Gotcha.
And now she has to figure out how to get back because she doesn't want to be there. Right. And she ends up meeting Jack Randall, the ancestor of her husband, who looks it's played by the same actor, Tobias Menzies. Oh, okay. So she runs into him, and he's a piece of shit, like a literal piece of shit. He's going to rape her. Like that's like he finds her in nothing but like her little nightgown because she wasn't anticipating to go through some fucking rats.
Jeez.
So he like threatens her life, like threatens to assault her, and then like the Highlanders come and save her.
Okay.
And so that's where she meets Jamie Fraser, the hottest man ever, played by Sam Heughan.
Okay.
So she meets him. She like he's like has his arm like dislocated, and so she like pops it back in. And they're like, "Yo, who are you, lady?" Like, 'cause women didn't have those roles back then, or like definitely didn't have the skills that she had because she's from the present.
Yeah.
So she kind of has to like hide what she knows because she'll be considered a fucking witch.
Right.
Like,
okay. Jeez.
And all the while, Jack Randall is still like on Claire's ass. Like, I need to figure out who she is. He also like completely destroyed Jamie. Like, Jack Randall like arrested Jamie in the past for like stealing bread and like gave him like 100 lashes.
Ooh.
And he's just like scarred from head to toe.
Okay.
He's just a complete sadist.
Yeah.
So when he finds out that Claire and Jamie are together, he like wants to destroy everyone's lives.
Okay.
And it's her ancestor or her husband's ancestor who looks just like him. So it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy and it's sexy.
Ooh.
Oh, I was like, Mom, what are you watching? After I finished it, I was like, girl, Mama, you are a pervert.
I think I have heard that about the show. Yes.
Yeah, because like in order to keep Claire safe from the British, she has to marry Jamie because now she's fully protected underneath like the Mackenzie clan. It's a wild ride.
Okay.
Like trying to get back to the Stones, back to Frank, and that's just the first season. It gets even more nuts. Like some of the more fucked up things I've seen in a series happens in Outlander when I was trying to like get rid of that from Game of Thrones. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing that. I guess I'm right back. I'm not leaving the fucked upness of these violence series and just she's a surgeon too, so like they show now I cannot do surgeries.
Gory, huh?
It gets a little gory. I cannot do surgeries. Like I can watch someone get their head cut off, no problem, but when you have to like amputate an arm, I can't.
Okay.
Especially like back then they have no anesthesia.
Nothing.
You have to buy a belt, like
yes.
No, it's just too much for me.
I understand,
but it is so exciting. It's all filmed out in Scotland, so it's gorgeous. It also has one of the best theme songs I've ever heard. It's like "Sing Me a Song of a Lass That Is Gone."
Yeah.
I sing it all the time, and what I feel like makes for a good theme song is if I hate it at first. If I hate it at first, I'm going to love it eventually.
Okay,
it's going to be the best thing I've ever heard. Like,
yeah.
I did not like the theme song at first. It's, like, annoying. But it gets stuck in your head. And then you can't stop singing it. And it becomes the greatest thing in the entire world.
Oh, my gosh.
Kind of like Betty with the L Word. I hated that song when I first
Really?
heard
And you
it.
fucking love it.
I love it.
Okay. That's so funny.
I fucking hated it. I was like, this is... No, this song is so annoying. It doesn't make sense to me. But girls in tight dresses who drag with mustaches. I can't not sing it now. And it's the best theme song I've ever heard. So
it's so funny.
it's similar to that with
Gotcha.
Outlander. Like I didn't like it, but now I'm obsessed. And I can't stop. I know when I go to Scotland, that is all I'm going to be singing when I'm there. Mick Foley recently posted that he was at the sets for Outlander in Scotland.
Okay,
and
so he's a fan.
Oh yes, he said his wife was, and so he was there just to like take pictures. And then of course I comment on his little thing like "Sing me a song of a lass that is gone." Like nobody liked it because they're all fools, but it's really good. It does get pretty violent.
Yeah, no, if it's like more than Game of Thrones, I can only imagine.
It's like it's not, but it's not as like heavy-handed.
Yeah, okay.
Like with like Game of Thrones, like where it's all episode throughout the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
But when they do hit it, it's like, oh man, that hurts to watch.
Gotcha.
Jack Randall is an evil, evil person,
Ooh.
Tobias Menzies, but he's hot. So I'm like, oh man,
Perfect.
I'm in trouble.
Right? Yeah.
I'm in trouble. You are
so
literally
conflicted. Like,
literally the
I
worst
hate you,
person.
but you're so hot.
Right? Oh, I remember telling Janelle I thought he was hot, and she was like, "That's disgusting." I think it was Janelle. Somebody was like, "Nah, you're fucked up." I can't help it.
I get it.
The bad boys, I guess.
They set you up like that.
Oh, they do. They do. It's not me. It's them. It's not me. There's.
Oh my goodness.
So they just released the last season, and I feel so lost. I'm just watching it from the beginning.
Okay.
So I have to go through all that shit again. I'm literally on the episode where shit gets real and it's heavy and disturbing. So I'm like, oh man.
Okay. Well, at least you know.
I gotta get through this damn episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it is really good. It is a really good love story. They do Jamie and Claire, they do love each other, but she does have Frank back at home.
Right.
But like in the future.
Yeah.
So as far as Frank knows, Claire is just missing.
Right.
Oh, and Claire is played by Katrina Balfe. Really, really beautiful, stunning tall woman. Just I can't even be mad at Jamie for picking her. It's like I would be in love too.
Yes.
I get it. And then there's like this whole like political stuff going on, like the Jacobite army versus like the British, because the British have invaded Scotland and like trying to rule over it. And some of the clans, like the rebel clans, want to overthrow like the English king and put a Scottish king back in the throne.
Okay.
So there's all that happening as well. And of course Jamie's part of the rebels. So, but Claire herself is British.
Right.
So even that, they're like, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Jamie lovingly calls her Sassenach, which means Outlander.
Oh,
so,
okay.
titular line throwaway. Sassenach.
There you go.
So good. He's so fine. Like those two, beautiful, beautiful couple. If I could be like the third party, that'd be wonderful.
Yes.
Hit me up.
There you
or
go.
I'll just write in fan fiction. So.
There you go. And I'm pretty sure there's probably
there's gotta be some nasty shit out there. Oh, I can't wait to read it.
Oh, I love fan fiction so much.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is X-Men and Star Trek.
Oh,
but
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Live long and prosper.
Yes. Yes. That is awesome. Okay. I've known about Outlander for years. I just didn't know exactly what it was about.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I thought it was kind of something along like a fantasy with like Game of Thrones, but like this sounds a little not totally sci-fi, but it has like that element of it with the time travel. So.
And like historical fiction too.
Yeah.
The sets are so pretty, and then they end up throughout the seasons they do travel outside of Scotland, and it is going along with history. Like eventually they end up in America where the revolution's about to happen.
Wow.
So it's pretty interesting. And then the theme song changes with where they are. It's still the same words, but like the musical styling is different every time. So that's exciting. The last one didn't sound that good. I hated it. Nothing will beat the first one. But yeah, it's got some great action, the twists and turns. It is violent when it gets there.
Yeah.
And pretty messed up when it gets there, but it's just a really good story. I've enjoyed it. Again, that was Audrey and Janelle again. But also my mama.
Yeah.
You're all perverts, and I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm one too. It's fine.
Right. I admit it.
Yeah. Oh, and Vashina too. We all love that show. We all love that show. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I've heard you guys talk about it. So yeah.
Oh, you probably heard us sing the theme song. I can't stop. Once it's like an earworm.
Yep. That's how you know it's good. Yes. Like it. Okay. I might check that out.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. If you don't like it, that's fine.
And that's how I usually do. I'll check out like the first episode. If it kind of pulls me in, I'll be there. Because that's what with Game of Thrones, it didn't pull me in.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I'm good on that. Mm-hmm. But I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. I feel it, yeah. Sing me a song. That's right.
Cool. Okay, we are going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to get into some movie reviews. Okay, we are back, and we are going to get into our movie reviews. So What movie are you reviewing today?
All right, the first one is something I watched with my friend Stacy on Christmas Day in the theaters, the new Christmas classic, Nosferatu.
I was like, what? What kind of Christmas movie came out? Okay.
Oh, you know the one.
Oh, yes. Okay, I
New,
haven't really read about this one.
the new holiday classic by Robert Eggers, Nosferatu.
Cool.
Man, it was really good. I hella enjoyed it. Robert Eggers just immediately from the beginning just immerses you into the world that he's creating. So
cool.
that's always really exciting with his movies, like The Lighthouse and The Witch. You're just immediately transported.
And I
you kind of forget.
watch both of those.
Oh, you haven't seen either?
I do want to watch The Witch probably more than any of them.
Yes, I would start with The Witch.
Okay.
I think that's what everybody. I mean, that was the first one I saw.
Cool. Okay.
It's just immediately immersive. It's really, really well done. The colors, it's all like dark gray and like some pops of color here and there, but it's just gloomy.
Yes.
Gloomy Germany, and then you go to Transylvania, and oh man, it definitely feels like a Christmassy movie. Almost like a Muppet Christmas Carol, just like that.
I totally understand that connection. I totally do.
And even like a little bit of Sweeney Todd in there.
Yes.
You know, just like
Got
like
you.
dark, gloomy, spooky.
Yes,
It's
yes.
immediate transportation there. The actors were all really great too. I was a little hesitant about Lily Rose Depp because of I mean, who knows? The Nepo babies, you know, you just don't know.
True. I don't think I've seen anything with her in it.
I did see The Idol, and
Did you?
I didn't hate her performance.
Okay.
In it. The rest of it was weird.
Yeah, okay.
I don't recommend that.
No.
Don't recommend
I'm
The
good.
Idol. But I didn't hate her in it.
Okay.
Like, I felt like I kind of got what she was going for.
Yes.
It was mainly like the Weeknd's character. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck was
Blech.
that? Ugh.
Blech.
Just the
Yeah.
whole premise, it's just skeevy.
Yeah.
But I thought she did all right in it.
And that's how it is. Some Nepo babies have it.
Absolutely.
And some don't.
And some don't.
So that's good. Okay.
So it's always just a little hesitant, but I was like, well, you know, The Idol, she was okay. She was great in that, I thought. But
Okay.
let's see what she does in this.
Right.
And from what I think I remember is that role was originally supposed to be Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh, I could see that. Okay.
They replaced her with Lily Rose Depp, which,
Okay.
I mean, Anya could have definitely knocked it out of the park, but I'm glad they went with Lily Rose. I think she just looked perfect in it.
Yeah.
And the level of commitment that she took, like, she's an odd looking girl, but like, man, she killed it. She killed it. She's like seizuring all throughout the entire damn movie.
Damn.
But still looking oddly beautiful, but not. Like, she's not afraid to be ugly.
Right.
Even though she already kind of, I'm not saying she's ugly, but like, she's an odd looking girl, but she's not afraid to take it further.
Gotcha.
And I appreciate that about her. Nicholas Hoult kind of plays like the Keanu Reeves-esque character.
Okay. Yes.
He already nailed it over Keanu already.
And I could picture him. Yeah, I could picture him.
He did really great of just being in like total despair. He's the one who gets led over to Count Orlok's castle up in Transylvania or Romania, I think.
Right. Yeah.
He's the one who gets lured over there. And he just total like confusion, despair, desperation to get out of there, to go back to Ellen, his wife, who is being tormented by these visions of death itself, which is Nosferatu, or Count Orlok even. And everyone's so upset about how Count Orlok looks. Have you seen anything about that?
I feel like maybe I did, but I don't know.
I don't want to spoil it.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
He has a mustache.
Oh.
He has a mustache.
Really?
Count Orlok has a mustache.
Okay.
And everyone is so pissed off about that mustache. And like, I get it. Like, we all know what Nosferatu is supposed to look like. We're so used to seeing that just like bald beauty.
Right. Smooth as a baby's bottom.
Smooth as a baby's bottom, Nosferatu. Smooth as Nosferatu.
Okay, I guess I did not see, or I did not pay close attention.
But
okay.
everyone is so mad about that. But to me, it made sense because of the time frame. Like, he looks like, but everyone's like, he looks like Vlad the Impaler. Who gives a shit? It's new. I don't know. I wasn't distracted by the mustache. I was like, okay, go off. Okay. That's a new interpretation. Yeah, he just looks terrifying. You can kind of like barely see him at first, but then when you get to see more and more of him, you're like, I
like that.
That's a frightening,
slow reveal.
Frightening man.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Lily Rose Depp is Ellen. She's like this lonely girl in the beginning, like very lonely child. Like, she calls out for company,
Mm-hmm.
and she gets answered by Nosferatu.
Okay.
And that's where it all begins. Is like it's happened when she's a child, and she grows up. She gets married to Nicholas Holt's character.
Mhm.
I think Tom is his name. And she's like experiencing visions. She tells him like, I had a dream where I married death itself, and what frightened me was I loved it.
Yeah. Okay.
And Nicholas is like, okay, you're kind of reverting back to your old ways. Let's keep an eye out for you here.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, he's a lawyer, and he gets summoned by his boss. Like, you need to go out to Count Orlok. He wants to buy the property next door to you guys.
Oh.
But he's really like reclusive. He wants you to go out to him. He's not coming over here because Nicholas Holt's like, why doesn't he just come here? Like,
yeah.
I just got married. I don't want to leave my wife. Like, no, he insists.
Mm.
Like, he's like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So he heads out to Romania, like on horse, like all by himself. Like, and all the townsfolk are like, you're here for Orlok. You're crazy. Get out of here. We don't want shit to do with you. But he has like these dreams of like vampires being like killed, and he's like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was that? Like, what am I getting myself into? But he makes it up to the castle eventually. And that's where he meets Orlok, and he sees that Orlok sees that he's married, Nicholas is married to Ellen, and it's like, ooh, what's the connection there? It's a lot like Bram Stoker.
Okay.
Like, story-wise.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot like that, but just told by Robert Eggers. It's really, really good. There is some nods to, I feel like, the original Francis Coppola one.
Yeah.
Like, there's a shot with the shadows, like, where Nosferatu's hand is going up, and it like covers her face, or he's going up the stairs and you see the hand with the nails, like,
yes.
very, very reminiscent of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay, I like that.
It's so, and then Willem Dafoe is kind of like the Van Helsing character, but he's
I
not.
didn't know he was in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like the doctor who studies the occult. So when Ellen is like losing her mind, they're trying to figure out why she's like seizuring all the time and having all these like violent image like dreams, and then they summon Willem Dafoe's character, and he deduces that it's actually Nosferatu. He's coming here.
Yes.
To start the plague.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah, and it's cool because you get to see like the voyage of the Demeter, which you didn't really see in Bram Stoker's.
Right.
So that was cool, especially after seeing Last Voyage of the Demeter. Now I feel like I know that even existed, so it's like even more exciting. Like, oh, cool, we're really playing up to like the original story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Stacey were having a good time laughing at everything. Moments that weren't supposed to be funny. The jump scares were awesome.
Oh, okay.
I accidentally kicked the seat in front of me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Very effective.
Man,
yes.
it got me. They were some pretty good jump scares in there. But I just thought it was so beautiful. I really was transported to a world.
Okay.
I really enjoy what Robert Eggers does. People have criticisms that it's not like emotionally like all there, like emotionally like stale or whatnot. I don't give a shit. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Like, I don't necessarily feel that way, but that is some critiques towards his movies. The emotionality is not there, but the aesthetics are kind of like Wes Anderson is what they're comparing it to.
I can see that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, I liked that because I do see what they're saying, because Wes Anderson transports you to a world as well.
True.
And I don't really care for all of his movies, but I do
Same.
like Robert Eggers. I feel like he does a better job. If we're comparing the two, I'm choosing Robert Eggers.
Okay. No, that says a lot.
At least it's dark and spooky. My vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems like that kind of is like his style. Like he's a very
Yes.
stylistic kind of director.
Absolutely.
That's cool. Okay. I hadn't really paid attention to it. I didn't even know it was coming out until it was out. So I was like, I didn't know there's a new Nosferatu. So, okay. I might check that out.
The new holiday classic.
Yes.
Right up there with Elf.
Right. It's like, it's Christmas time. What do you want to watch right now?
Nosferatu.
But I totally get it. That kind of like the cold and like the cobblestone and stuff. Like it's very reminiscent of like the holidays. That's I totally understand.
Yep, you get it.
Yes,
you get
I do.
it.
Yes, I do.
About to see Ebenezer Scrooge watching on the street.
Exactly. About to get snatched up.
That's Nosferatu right there. Is Ebenezer Scrooge.
He literally is like preying on the whole fucking city and shit.
Yep.
Stealing all the money.
Yep. Yep. You got Tiny Tim, poor Nicholas Holt, getting fucked up.
Oh shit. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, it's a really stunning movie.
So I watched Civil War.
Oh my god.
Directed by Alex Garland, and this one just came out this last year, 2024.
Oh, yep.
Stars Kirsten Dunst, Wagner Moura, who is like a Brazilian actor who I'm familiar with. I was really happy to see him in this. Kaylee Spaney.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah, she played Priscilla in the Priscilla movie.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with her.
She's in the new Alien Romulus as well.
Wait, is she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That is her. Okay. Because, like, yeah, I wasn't familiar with her at all. And, God, Nick Offerman in a very, very small role as Mr. President.
Yep.
So I remember when this came out, I was kind of intrigued by it, but I kind of forgot about it. And then like it showed up on Max. So I was like, all right, let me fucking try and just check in and watch this out. And it was a synopsis. Welcome to the front line. In the near future, a group of war journalists attempt to survive while reporting the truth as the United States stands on the brink of civil war. So I was like, okay, maybe a little, right on the nose.
Right on the nose.
Little foreshadowing to what might be happening here. So yeah, that kind of like drew me in a little bit. And then when it was kind of emphasized that it's from the perspective of journalists, I was like, okay, let's see what that's about. And I'm not familiar with the director like that, and I guess that was his intention, to not really explain what exactly is leading up, like what events led up to the Civil War.
You have no idea. You're already immersed into it.
Exactly.
No idea what this war is about and who's fighting who.
Exactly.
Except California and Texas are together for some reason. Right. That makes no sense.
Honestly, it might make sense at some point. California very well could turn red very soon. I see it. But I think that was the one thing that I just kind of wish we got a little bit more of.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I just feel like it abstains.
Why do you care?
Yeah, exactly. It abstains so much from the politics. You know, and I guess as a journalist, her job is just to report the story and just leave it up to the reader or the viewer or whatever. So I was like, all right. So I would try not to let that annoy me too much throughout the movie. And yes, America has warring factions. There's like the Western Alliance or whatever it is. And then, Florida has its own faction. Of course it does.
The Florida girls.
Of course it does. And like I said, it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting definitely more in depth about that. Because, I mean, that's what really intrigued me initially. And then I do enjoy the fact that, though, like, Kirsten Dunst's character is, hardened photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Seen a lot of shit at this point, isn't really fazed by anything. And her talking about, like, what her intention was as a photographer going into this was to, like, take pictures, send them back home. Because, like, especially when she's, like, working abroad in foreign conflicts and stuff, taking these pictures, sending them back home, hoping to, like, send a warning, let's not have this happen here. And now it's pretty much on the brink of happening here in the U.S. And I definitely related to that because as a photographer myself, I think I came to that conflict within myself when I would take pictures at protests and events and stuff. It's like, what am I doing with these photographs? What am I trying to, like, what's the purpose of this? Because, like, it's murky because you have people who are in it, to capture that photograph that's going to be on the cover of fucking Time magazine and shit, and you completely remove yourself from the politics of what's happening, you pretty much just have no opinion on it. Your job is there just to capture it. And it's like, well, is that doing anything? Like, is that a purpose to really to bank on? Because one thing that I had problems with is that I'm taking these people's pictures and using their images for my own gain, you know?
Right.
So that was always my conflict, which is why I don't take pictures at protests or political events anymore.
Makes sense.
And also puts people in danger.
Absolutely.
You know, like learning about people who were shortly killed after like Ferguson and shit, whose pictures were widely published on magazine covers and stuff, like that shit, that's where it gets murky.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I love the fact that she is conflicted, you know, with that, as she is meeting this young photographer. What was her name? I forget her name. Because Kirsten Dunst is Lee Jesse. Jesse is the younger photographer who looks up to Lee.
Yes.
You know, and wants to basically get her foot in the door. So she tags along. It becomes like a road trip movie. Mm-hmm. And
a fucked up road trip.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't want to be there.
So Lee and Joel are on a mission to get an interview with the president, you know. So, and as we learn, traveling across the U.S. is dangerous in particular parts and stuff.
Yep.
And I really like that idea. You know, it's domestic, but we're like learning, like, you know, how treacherous it is, you know. And they're also being tagging along another reporter, Sammy, older black man. You know, I loved Sammy.
I know.
Because Sammy was the voice of reason.
Yes, he was.
He was the voice of reason with all of them. And I think the idea of turning it into a road trip movie definitely just allows you to see the landscape. Yeah. You know, what's happening across the country. You know, these like makeshift camps that are kind of built for people to live and, you know, try to survive in and stuff. Seen in the distance, like a total war zone. You know, you're just seeing the bright lights and the bangs and the sound. It's like, oh my gosh. But it's like to put yourself in that situation voluntarily.
I know, too much.
Woo, yeah. To get that picture, I just,
Right, they're literally in full-blown military gear, but they're not military. No. Like, no training. Like, how could you put yourself in that position? I was having the same thoughts. Like, how? I would never be able to knowingly do that for a picture.
I think that's kind of what it is. It's like, the people who are fighting, I think, want to be immortalized too. Yeah. You know, like they're also, I think that's why they tolerate the photographers to even be there. You know, like they want them to immortalize this. They want to be on the cover of whatever magazine or, you know. Yeah. So just basically, it's very weird where you kind of have to like think back. It's like, it's about being famous, you know, like it just.
And famous off of what?
Yeah.
War?
Exactly.
Ugh,
exactly.
God.
So, traveling through dangerous terrain, and the most upsetting scene to me was just due to such fucking carelessness. Yep. Like, we're traveling, they're going through West Virginia, and they're like fucking around. One of the other cars that's carrying two reporters.
Oh, I know. It's the scene you're talking about.
Yeah. Ugh. This scene was just so upsetting to me. And just I don't know if the director intentionally did this way, but the other car is carrying two Asian reporters, two Asian men, and Lee, Jesse, and Joel and Sammy are in the other car, and they're like kind of like just like caravanning and stuff, but fucking around and just like, you know, they're jumping into each other's cars and stuff. And not even like a mile down the road, you see one of the cars is empty now that was carrying Jesse and I forget one of the other photographers from the other car. And we shortly found out they were like snatched up by these like fucking white militia dudes.
Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons.
Oh my
Kirsten Dunst's husband.
God.
As real life. I thought that was awesome. I'm like, oh my God, that's her fucking husband.
Yep. He plays an asshole so well. A really evil person very well.
Terrifying.
He's a terrifying man.
Terrifying. And just learning like, you know, not learning. Just always knowing the violence, the racial violence that exists in this country, that is bred into this fucking country. And I think for like white folks and even Asian folks, they are not really thinking that like, you know, this is going to be something they're going to be at the end of, you know? And the whole like Jesse Plemons' character asking everyone like, where are you from?
Oh God.
Are you American?
Yeah, what kind of American are you?
Exactly.
Oh, that would like struck fear in my heart.
Right? And Joel with this fucking Brazilian accent, he's like, I'm American. And it's like, where are you from? You know? And it's like, nah, dude, you might be a white Brazilian, you know, you might have been able to pass and shit, but you're not gonna get through. Like I feel like that's where the reality doesn't set in.
Yep.
You know, even for those Asian journalists, like I don't think they realize they were knocking on death's door.
Absolutely.
Only Sammy knew that shit. Sammy was like, I smell death here.
Yep.
And then when you see all the bodies are people of color, black folks and stuff that they had been killing and stuff. And Rafa pointed out there was like all this like white powder on them and shit. So I'm just like, oh my God. Bare knuckling scene. Like I was just gripped. But was so pissed too because it was just so careless.
Mm-hmm. Didn't have to happen.
Didn't have to happen at all. So I think it's, again, I wish it kind of would have gotten more deeper about that, you know, because I feel like that is a fucking great movie in itself.
Yes.
You know, like that is terrifying. So I feel like after that, we lose one of the characters, you know, Sammy, who I really loved, and it pisses me off. I mean, he always saves them.
Yep.
I'm just like, fuck, dude.
He died coming from that scene, right?
Yeah. So like I think right after that, they find out that the Western forces are going to invade DC, so they're not going to be able to get their interview with the president like they thought they were. Right. So I don't know. It was definitely interesting, especially seeing like him just storm the White House.
Yeah.
And shit.
Jesus.
Like, wow. And then Lee, Kirsten Dunst's character, is just so jaded and just like completely just disconnected at this point.
Imagine being that jaded?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, exactly. Jessie, though, is still trying to like get that shot. You know, she's young, you know, so she hasn't had that long experience. So she's like hungry for this and stuff. So, but it still feels so weird because at the end of it, the culmination of it is Lee protects her, loses her life. You know,
that was so frustrating.
Yeah. And it was just it was so cold.
Yeah.
You know, it was just very cold. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just say my favorite thing about the movie though was seeing Jessie develop film. Like, because I'm like, oh, I miss developing film. Yeah. Like, I traditionally learned how to photography in the wet room and stuff, so I miss that. So it's like that was probably like my like biggest highlight from that whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'd watch it again.
Me neither. No point. How was the volume, the audio? Because you watched it at home, right?
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters.
Okay, well, what happened?
So fucking loud.
Oh,
it was
shit.
So fucking loud, and the director did that on purpose. I found out later because I was like, "There's no way. There's no." I was just like, "I'm so glad I didn't smoke any weed." I would have been pissed. It was so loud and disorienting.
Yeah.
I went with Kelsey and Amber and Megan. And we were just like kind of looking at each other throughout the whole movie, just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, why is this so loud? Just like tension. Like, we all, like, I couldn't, oh man, that movie was so much, like, just so disorienting. And the man did it on purpose.
I did not know that.
Just tense the entire.
I bet.
As soon as it was over, I was able to relax, and like we all had to like stand in the parking lot and decompress. Like, what the fuck did we just watch?
I could imagine. I mean, all the gunshots that you're hearing throughout that, explosions. Oh my god, there was just
no peace in that movie.
Yeah,
at all. Not that there needed to be, but he did a good job of disorienting you.
No, I totally
I'll tell you that.
Understand that, but I would have wanted to have known. Yeah, to have that option because I don't think I would have been able to handle that.
It was too much.
Yeah. Wow.
If I had gone any way other than sober, I would have been off. I would have had to go.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's too much. Too much. But it was like probably one of the most interesting theater experiences I've had this year, just because I'll never experience a movie like that again.
True. Very true.
I almost feel like that was a must-see in theaters. Or if you're going to watch that movie, the theater's the way to go. Almost.
Okay.
Depending on, like, your capacity for that. I agree that you should know beforehand.
Yeah, because my hearing is very sensitive, so I think I would have been...
It would have been
too much, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because, just watching it here at the house, was enough.
I'm curious how it sounded, like, in a house versus the theater. Just, like, because, man, it was rough. It was just like, I'm losing my mind. Me and Kelsey were just like, I can't wait for this fucking movie to be over. Is it almost over?
I can only imagine how tense that makes you. Like, oh my god, you're just like grinding your teeth the whole time. Woo!
God, I can only imagine if I was stoned. Like, no, I would have had to go. I would have had to go. There's absolutely not. Hide in the bathroom.
For real.
No, it's just like trauma bond.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I watched it,
Yeah.
but it's just one I don't think I'll ever revisit, you know? So, I don't know. I give it maybe like a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm good off that. I didn't even give it a rating. I was like, this is a trauma bond out of 5 crows because we're all connected now.
I hear you. Damn.
I'm glad you brought Civil War up because I haven't really been able to talk about this movie with anybody because nobody's seen it.
Yeah, no, I know it was, I'm not sure if it was like really popular or not when it came out like that. But yeah, again, like I forgot about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until it started streaming that I remembered about it. So I was like, okay.
It's like you said, it's not what you think it's going to be.
Right. Exactly.
It was a lot more. I don't know. I feel like after watching it, I had no idea what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't that.
Same. All right.
Heavy.
So what is your other movie review?
Next one up is 1998's Pecker by
Yes!
John Waters.
Yes! I love Pecker. Love it. Oh, I'm so happy.
I saw it for the first time like a couple days ago.
I know. I saw you post about it.
I've been wanting to watch it. I love Edward Furlong and Christina Ricci.
They're so hot in that movie.
Oh, right?
Jesus.
And then John Waters. I didn't really know what the movie was about, but I've been seeing the title around for years and years. I just never knew it was John Waters until
okay.
Years later.
I remember when it came out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, I was so excited, especially being about photography.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a calling to you.
Yes.
Oh, it was so good. I really enjoyed Pecker. It's definitely a John Waters movie.
Yes,
it is. Kind of more tame for a John Waters movie.
It is.
Which is okay. It's still very much his flavor.
Yes.
Edward Furlong's name is Pecker, which is fucking hilarious. He's like an amateur photographer in his little city of Baltimore, and he just takes pictures of everyday life. His friends, his girlfriend Christina Ricci, she's so cute. She works in a laundromat.
Yes.
His best friend, I don't remember the Tate. Is that it? No, I'm thinking of Yellowstone. What's that guy's name? Brendan Sexton the third.
Yep.
His character.
Yes, I forget the name of the character.
Right? What is his fucking name?
I forget.
Trent?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay.
But
actually, I feel like Trent was him in Empire Records, but I could be
wrong.
wrong.
That could be it. Yes. And I got a lot of love for Brendan Sexton the third. Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Yes, absolutely.
He looks just like my neighbor growing up in the trailer park.
Oh no shit.
So I've got a little love for the White Trash Boys. It's very reminiscent because I had a crush on my neighbor. Yes. So he looked just like him. So I was like, okay, all right, I see you, Trailer Park Boy. I get it. We can ride off together into our double wides.
Yes.
So I loved seeing him. He's a thief.
Yes, he is.
And Pecker like takes pictures of him robbing people.
Yep.
Which is fun. I love him. And then his sister is like
Martha Plimpton.
Martha Plimpton with dark hair. I didn't know I needed that.
Yes.
She looked so good.
I love Martha Plimpton.
I've never really, not that she's not attractive, it's just this movie was like, oh my God. You look so good. I loved her with that dark hair. Yes. She's like the MC at this gay bar that men dance on, and they're dancing on the bar tops, and they're doing like illegal teabagging.
Yes,
teabagging. And that's supposed to be all underground, but Pecker takes pictures of it because nobody's paying attention to him.
Right.
And then he develops like all of his art and puts it up in his sandwich shop, like his place of business.
Yeah.
Or the place that he works, the sub shop, and an art gallery owner or somebody, some art exec from New York sees the portraits, and it's like, I want to sign you.
Yes,
like
Lily Taylor, right?
Yes. Mystic Pizza.
Yes. Such a good cast.
It really is. Mary Kay Place.
Yes.
As Pecker's mom.
Right.
Like I always remember her from Girl Interrupted.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Ooh. little pencil dick.
Yes.
I'll never forget that. Oh my God. Oh, and what's her name? Little Carrie. Yes. The sister who cannot stop eating sugar.
Addicted.
She's like maniac with sugar,
know.
and like Pecker takes a picture of her after shoving a handful of just sugar in her mouth, and she spits it out. Yes. It's all that white goo.
Yes.
Oh,
I know.
Little Carrie, she just will not stop. Give me soda. I want soda. Man, she's nuts. But I love her. They end up like giving her Ritalin, right, to calm her ass
she's
down.
She's all zombied out.
Pecker also has a grandma who has this like Mayma.
Yes, yes.
Mayma. I love that. Who has like a Virgin Mary statue who talks.
Flabbergrace.
It's just so good, but
it's awesome.
he gets more popular in New York, and people start to like recognize his family. They recognize Brendan's character as a thief, so he can't steal anymore.
Right, yes.
So he's really sad and ends up being at that gay bar spot as a dancer because he lost his gig as a thief.
Right.
But then the teabagging gets exposed
Yes.
too, which then shuts down. His sister gets fired for that.
Yes.
And these men want the teabagging. Like, we weren't supposed to expose that. And then like the lesbian bar, like what was it called, Fur Pelt or something?
Oh my god, I totally forgot. Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yes.
so good. They looked great. Those butches when they show up at the end and like in drag as drag kings.
Yes.
Hot.
Yes.
So good. But so with exposure, and Christina Ricci's upset with him too. Like, I don't want people talking to me this way.
Yeah.
Man, she looks so good in that movie,
Yes,
though.
she does.
Little Christina Ricci.
Yes, she does.
I love that era of Christina Ricci.
Me too. That's
she
probably
just
my
looked
favorite
so
era.
like healthy.
I know, and I just wish she felt comfortable.
I do too. She
Because
looks like a normal person.
Yes, like opposite of sex, Pecker, Buffalo 66.
Yep.
Like that whole era of hers. Yeah.
Yeah, Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Even.
Yeah. I know.
It's okay. It's okay. We
200 cigarettes. I know,
right?
I know,
Oh yes.
I know.
Oh.
That one I need to find, but yes. Go,
Yes.
go. Continue.
Oh, man. She's like, I hate modern photography. It's so good. It's very John Waters, but it is still kind of tame.
Yes.
But that's okay because it still pushes the envelope. I
Yes.
don't need to see a singing asshole every single movie.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, no, his later films, especially like everything after Hairspray, is considered more tame, but they're still amazing.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a slice of life. I'm always obsessed that John Waters goes to Baltimore. It's all based in Baltimore.
Yes.
I think that is so cool. I would want to do the same thing if I was a film director for Fresno.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's what you want to
Yeah,
do.
absolutely.
Like obsessed with the idea of using your hometown as the backdrop.
Right.
And shining a
No,
light.
it totally inspires that in me.
I think that's so cool. It's just a great movie.
I'm so glad you watched it.
I love Edward Furlong too. He's so cute.
Such an adorable kid. Oh my god.
What does Martha Plum do? Train is my life. Train is my life. That poor girl gets fired from her job.
Yes, no. It's
Man.
so good. I haven't watched it in a while. I really want to get a copy of it, like a physical copy, so I just can own it because it was always one of my favorites. I think it came out when I was in high school. So.
Yeah, it came out in 1998, so I was 8, so I missed all that. I missed all that, so I'm here now.
Oh, I was excited. I'm like, all right, I'm finally a little older because all the other movies I was like way too young.
Yeah.
I wasn't even born.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, loved it. I gave that one a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
So good.
It
Love you,
really
John
is.
Waters. Thank you once again
Yes.
for a great movie.
I love it. I'm so happy. I love
yeah.
John Waters so much. Yes. Okay. So I initially wasn't going to watch this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because when it came out, all the spoilers came out.
Uh-oh.
So I finally did. I broke down and watched Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh, okay. Let's hear about it.
Okay, so I think now that it's been like almost a year,
Mhm.
I forgot like all like the cameos and
Yeah.
stuff, so I was able to kind of go into it pretty fresh.
That's
And,
great.
Like I said, I wasn't planning on watching this,
Mhm.
but I watched these video reactions from these like guys. Shout out to Bad Medicine. They're such a group of cute dudes, and they'll just watch
Okay.
movies.
Bad Medicine. Let's check it out.
And they were watching Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just watch through them.
Mhm.
And like as it was starting, I was like maybe 15 minutes into it. I was like, all right, let me just actually go back and just watch it for myself, and then I'll come back and watch the video reaction. I feel like there were some jokes that kind of made me giggle and stuff because I do love the fact that this was kind of like a send off of all like Fox's Marvel stuff
Yeah.
that they like initially probably fucked up. So like I like the fact that it was kind of like a send off of that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I watched most of the Fox comic book movies, not all of them.
Mhm.
Like I didn't watch Daredevil or Elektra.
Me neither.
You know, but I definitely watched all the X-Men,
Mhm.
Blade, of course, and stuff. So when you brought it up earlier, I was like, yes,
Yes!
So yeah. So I was missing X-Men, and I knew it wouldn't have like everybody in it. I knew this was definitely going to be just about Wolverine.
Mhm.
But I was really excited to see him in the blue and yellow.
Yes.
Like
that
I'm like,
had not been done yet.
finally, fuck you, Bryan Singer.
Yep.
Thinking you were too good to fucking have them in their actual uniforms and shit. Like, I'm so happy we're past that phase.
Yeah, we're past that.
Because that was so disappointing. Like, when the movies first came out, and they're all just in black. I'm like, what the fuck
that's
is
not
this?
the X-Men. The X-Men were colorful.
Yes. And it's just like, if you don't want to fucking direct a comic book movie, then don't fucking get involved with the comic
get
book
outta
movie.
here, bro.
Exactly. Trying to make it all serious and like, I'm an auteur. Like, fuck you, dude.
No.
I hate Bryan Singer. Fucking hate him. So, and then I think we talked about it. The Deadpool movies I like, but they're not ones I ever rewatch or return to. I feel like because I don't like Ryan Reynolds that much.
That'll do it.
It's a lot of Ryan Reynolds to take in, you know?
You can't even separate Deadpool from
No,
Ryan Reynolds
you
anymore.
can't,
It's
because
the same person.
especially in this movie.
Yeah.
There's so many jokes that are just about him. He even like shouts out Blake in it, and I'm just like, okay.
And she is in that movie too.
So she's Lady Deadpool,
Yeah,
right?
she is.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I was just like, it gets to be a little too much for me. So this is the only time I can handle a Ryan Reynolds movie is Deadpool. Like it's just, and that's enough for me.
Yeah, that'll
like,
do. Yep.
So breaking the fourth wall, yes, I know there are funny jokes here and there, but I think what I always miss is that it's not a typical superhero movie. Like I'm not getting the buildup of the characters, the arc of the story. It's just constant little shots and jabs and stuff, little winking at the camera kind of shit. And I mean, that's what you're kind of expecting for the Deadpool movies. So I accept it, but I think that's why I don't revisit them.
Makes sense.
Like all these jokes are going to go over once and then I'm going to be over it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not funny anymore.
Exactly. So luckily, again, like I said, like I waited a long time, so I forgot all the spoilers.
That's great.
So like when they are first trying to find like the Wolverine and he's going through different timelines and stuff. I did think that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You guys saw like all the different Wolverines, you know, and especially like the Berserker Wolverine, Wolverine and like the brown and like orange and stuff, you know. There was even one where he's like just like almost like at a crucifixion, like against an X and stuff.
Yes,
I was like, what is that from? I don't I gotta research that. Like, where is that from? But yeah, he finally finds a Wolverine, but I guess it's not the best Wolverine out of all of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of feel like, well, I feel like all Wolverines are kind of like that, you know? So even like Logan, like he was kind of like, didn't give a shit at that point, you know? So it didn't seem very far-fetched, you know, out there. But when they are, I thought it was cool. I think, oh yeah, this is what kind of also too got me to watch it, the TVA. Because I really like that whole story with Loki.
Yes.
So the fact they brought that into this, I was like, okay, maybe I'll fuck with it. So TVA and sending Wolverine and Deadpool into the void. So we're seeing like Eliath again and stuff.
Yeah.
The villain in this one, though, I'm not familiar with Cassandra Nova. She's supposed to be Xavier's twin sister.
I've never heard of that before.
Me neither.
But I'm also not well versed in comic lore, so
I mean,
makes sense why I don't know.
I tried, but there's so many fucking characters.
Yeah,
so I don't doubt that she is a part. You know, she's canon and whatnot, but it just wasn't a villain that I think was big enough for this type of movie for me in particular.
And I'm not really frightened by her.
No, not really. And this whole like what is it? Anchor character or anchor person that Wolverine needs to be to keep the timeline together.
Yeah.
That whole shit was just so like convoluted. I'm just like, what the fuck does this mean? So
what are you even talking about?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for learning about the multiverses. I'm up for it, but this was just weird. I think this is probably the only way they could explain why to bring him back or something.
Right.
So, and it just didn't like live up to it for me. So when they get sucked into the void and we see like Pyro, I was like, okay, Pyro from X2, that's cool. But it's very brief. And then we run into like more Deadpools. I guess like there's plenty of Deadpools in this void or whatever.
That ugly ass dog.
I know that dog is so ugly, but really cute.
It is really cute, right? Yeah, dog pool. That was precious.
But yeah, it's just pretty much Wolverine and Deadpool just kicking each other asses throughout the whole thing, and it got a little overdone for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get it. It's R, so it's gonna be gory and like that, but it loses its like weight to me, like when it just continues on for so long. So, but I will say the best part for me where I actually got excited is when we saw like Chris Evans.
Oh yeah,
and I was just like, what the fuck
like
is Captain America in the void?
Yeah,
what the fuck? And then when he says "flame on," I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I totally screwed.
That was so cool.
That was the best reveal because like I honestly didn't watch the Fantastic Four movies that he was in. I tried. They're just a little bit too goofy for me.
They were dull. I saw the first one in theaters. I didn't like it.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't get into them, and I ended up actually watching the reboot one they did.
Right, with Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
Ooh, that shit was terrible.
Oh, then I'm gonna skip.
Yeah, don't need to do. Yeah,
skip. I'll wait for Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like?
He's gonna play what's the character's name? Reed.
Reed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be the new one.
Okay.
Right?
Hello.
Hello. I'll watch that.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like the originals were just too goofy. I couldn't get into them. But I did appreciate that cameo. That was fucking hilarious.
Such a turn because I also thought it was Captain America. I was like, but no way.
That's why I like it because it's like a send off of all the Fox Marvel characters. Like,
like Fantastic Four was not on my radar at all until he was in the outfit, and I was like, what? Okay, because I was like, there's no way Chris Evans is back as Captain America for Deadpool.
And why would he be in the fucking void? You
right?
know?
Why would he be there?
That was great. I will give them kudos all day on that.
That was a good reveal.
That was a great reveal. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we even get like a brief cameo from the OG Sabretooth.
Yes. From
the original series, not the Liv Schreiber one. Mm-hmm. And he was in there for like a second. But still, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And then they end up meeting up with other survivors who aren't enslaved to Cassandra Nova. Mm-hmm. And that's where we get the big cameos.
Oh, man.
With Elektra, Blade. I'd forgotten that Blade was in it, so I was so excited when I saw him.
Yes.
So excited. I was like, thank you, God.
When I saw this one in theaters, and when Blade showed up, the entire theater lost it.
I'm sure.
Just like, oh my God! It was the most exciting, thrilling thing. I hadn't even seen Blade at that point.
Right, yeah,
But I know who Blade is. I know the heaviness of that man being there. Like, especially with all the new Blade that's supposed to be coming out, the whole drama with that.
Right.
To bring in Wesley fucking Snipes.
Yes.
As Blade out of left field.
Right.
Amazing.
Loved it.
I didn't need to see the movie to be a part of that moment.
And I love that. That's just how fucking important and impactful his character is. Like, yeah, and I love how he even says like there'll be another Blade.
Yes.
And like Deadpool looks at the camera, and it's like, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't either.
I don't think the one with Marshala is gonna happen. There's been too many problems with the script. Mm-hmm. And he is I think he's older now than Wesley Snipes was when he played the first, movie. So, and Wesley Snipes has like a fucking martial arts background. So it just was so seamless for him to be Blade.
He was just a badass motherfucker. Right? I've seen Blade now, friends. I have seen it since.
She's seen it.
I've seen it.
Yes. And
amazing.
It still holds up after all this time. It's so good. So no, I was very excited. I'm glad I had forgotten about that cameo.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I was super hyped. Like,
just everyone in that theater just freaking lit up. It was electric.
I love it.
That's why I love theater experiences.
As it should be, because Blade was just such a phenomenal character. And is the one that set off all the Marvel movies.
OG Marvel.
Yes, exactly. So that was great. I'll give Channing Tatum.
I was wondering.
I'll give Channing Tatum credits because I love me some Gambit.
I know you love Gambit.
I love Gambit. The accent was okay. It didn't bother me. You know, he is from New Orleans or Louisiana.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
That's why he really wanted to play the character and was trying to get the movie off the ground for so long.
I knew I've been seeing interviews where he's like, I've been wanting to be Gambit.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
Yes. And I appreciate that. Like, he's someone that appreciates the character and I think could have really bought something authentic to it. So I was open to it. Because honestly, the guy they cast in... was it Wolverine Origins?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't remember who the fuck it was either, but it was not good.
No.
It was not good. So I'll take Channing Tatum any day over that dude.
I really enjoyed his performance. I was like, I would watch a standalone movie of that.
Me too. But what bothered me is that Wolverine and Gambit didn't know each other, it seemed like, in the movie. I mean, I know it's different timelines and stuff, but I feel like through different timelines, they know each other, you know? Yeah. You didn't call him Gumbo, you know? So I'm just like, oh, I kind of miss that. Right. So I'm not sure. Maybe they just were treating it as like they had no connection ever in that timeline, but I'm like, they have to have known each other. Gambit was a part of the fucking X-Men too.
Absolutely.
So that was kind of weird to me. I did love seeing Lauda. X-23.
Oh, yes.
I was so happy. I'm like, oh, she's grown so much.
I wasn't expecting her to be back, but I'm glad that they brought her back.
Me too.
Logan was a tough movie.
Yeah.
Oof.
Logan was great. I saw that in the theater, and
same.
I loved it.
I'm so sad.
So sad. Oh, my God. But it was, I think, the best film to end, you know, or quote-unquote end.
Right, because obviously that ain't
not. But out of like all the Wolverine movies, because I think the second one is decent. First one is shit. So
the first one, the one with Deadpool originally.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That one's awful because the second one is when he's in Japan.
Right.
And that's where he meets Yukio, and I don't know if him and Mariko get married or not in that one, but yeah, that's where they meet and stuff. So that one's all in Japan.
Got it.
It's decent. It's a decent movie, but I think Logan definitely was the best out of those three, you know. But yeah, I definitely was happy to see her show up in this because I loved her character so much in Logan. Like, she was just so badass. Like, oh my God,
she was a scary little thing.
She was terrifying. Like, oh, she like wasn't scared of nobody.
No, fearless.
Loved it. So I was so happy to see her. But yeah, and that's another thing too. Like I mentioned, Yukio, she's in the second Wolverine movie. She's in Deadpool too.
Yes.
But they just make her like this giggling mess. Like, I fucking hate it. Like, Yukio is a badass character.
That's amazing. Because as soon as you said Yukio, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Like, hi, Yukio. Yeah. Like, that's all I can think of.
That's all they do. They just make her like this, like, you know, just cute. Like, she's just like this giggling kind of girl that Deadpool is just like, you know, attracted to. But Yukio is badass. She's a fighter. She, when Storm had that whole makeover and the Mohawk, that was when she was fucking around with Yukio.
Okay.
Yeah, her and Yukio became really tight and shit. So, like, I loved her character, but I feel like they just downgrade her so much in the Deadpool movies.
I didn't know that, because I know Yukio from Deadpool. Yeah. I don't think I've seen the second Wolverine then. Okay. To know that that's where she's from. Yes. Because my only knowledge of Yukio is from Deadpool.
Yeah, no, when Wolverine goes to Japan to kind of get away from the X-Men, that's where he meets Yukio.
That's so great. Is it done by the same actress even?
No.
Okay.
Different actress. Yeah.
Same character.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I never would have thought that. I honestly didn't. I probably didn't even think she was an X-Men.
Right.
Because she wasn't Teenage Warhead's girlfriend.
Yeah, she wasn't an X-Men, but she was a badass in her own right.
Right.
And they just really kind of bring her character out as just a girlfriend. Yeah. And that pisses me off.
I just didn't even think she was like a superhero or anything. Like, have any powers. And she was just connected to Teenage Warhead, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
No, she's awesome. So that's always annoyed me. So,
I might have to watch the second one just to see Yukio.
Yes.
Just to see what she's
capable of. I would recommend it. If you're like looking for like a, like, you know, some more X-Men type of lore and shit. I think The Wolverine, that's what it's called, because the first one is called Wolverine Origins. Right. The Wolverine is pretty decent. Okay. So yeah, I would recommend it.
I love a movie watch.
What else? But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I have. It's decent. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again, because again, like I said, like the Deadpool movies just don't have like a rewatch factor for me. Like, I think I'm just done with it. I did like things about the second one. I wish they would have brought in characters back from the second Deadpool movie. Like, I loved Domino.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't bring Domino back. And then he made a joke about how Cable didn't test well with audiences, so that's why we're not seeing Cable again.
You mean Thanos? Like, come on. He can't be in everything either. Stop throwing him in everything. Josh Brolin. You can't do it.
So I'm like, okay, I guess. But yeah, I think I was just fiending for some X-Men, and I hadn't gotten anything new since X-Men 97 from last year, which was really good. My only gripe is that I wish it had been a longer season. They really try to jam-pack like long stories into like an episode.
I hate that. Take your time with it.
I know.
If possible.
True, but shit, Disney doesn't want to pay nobody, so we'll see if another season comes out. But yeah, I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I got to just see that kind of send off, like I said, of all the Fox characters.
Yeah.
You know. Maybe I'll go back and watch Elektra. I know there's like a director's cut that's out, so maybe I'll watch that. I probably will never watch Daredevil.
No, Ben Affleck, stop. I feel like that man is only good in like Kevin Smith movies, and that's about it.
Pretty much.
Like, because it just makes sense.
I don't get it.
Good Will Hunting was good, but not because of him.
True. I mean, if I'm choosing Robin Williams over fucking Ben Affleck, that movie is good for Robin Williams. You know?
Yeah, Robin Williams. Like,
and I don't mind Matt Damon here and there and shit, but yeah, Ben Affleck to me, going down that superhero route, I get it. He's a nerd. He enjoys this stuff too, but it was just such a hard sell. And Daredevil, I wasn't really familiar with outside of like the Spider-Man cartoon.
Right.
And I loved the character in the Spider-Man cartoon. But just seeing how much they trashed that movie when it came out, I was like, maybe I should just skip this.
Yeah, just skip it.
Yeah, and I love Colin Farrell too, but him as like, I think his name was Bullseye or whatever, bald and shit. I'm like, I can skip this.
I'm out of that.
But yeah, I might go back and watch the director's cut of Elektra.
I'm curious what her story is. I don't know anything about Elektra.
Yeah.
She's got those like cool looking sword dealies.
Yeah.
Those little baby sword. I don't know what it's called.
I forget what they're called, yeah.
Look like mini tridents.
Yes, yeah. And I feel like mini
that. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah. King Triton.
Yeah. She's the Little Mermaid. That's one of the sisters. That's one of Ariel's sisters.
Yes. I think I might eventually check that one out. But yeah, it definitely was just fun to kind of just see that stuff because that era is over and gone, you know, and I don't know what they're going to do with the X-Men now. I know they definitely had the end credit scene at the end of the Marvels where Captain Rambeau is basically thrown into another timeline and she is rescued by the X-Men. Like it's Beast that's with her and stuff. So, but that movie was totally trashed unfairly, I think, because it wasn't that bad. It's not great, but it wasn't that bad. And I'm not sure if they're just going to completely just wipe that slate clean and start fresh because I haven't seen Brie Larson talk at all about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't know if Captain Marvel is going to be back, and that's really disappointing because I liked Captain Marvel. So I don't know. And Captain Rambeau, I love too. I mean, that's my favorite part of WandaVision was her getting her powers.
Oh.
Yeah, she gets her powers in WandaVision. Because I didn't watch.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is Captain Rambeau?
Yeah.
Annoying. Oh my god. I still haven't seen Agatha all along though.
Me neither. And I'm like, did we need this? You know, I mean, like, WandaVision was fine, you know, but I definitely was not. Agatha was great in the show in WandaVision, but I don't think I was necessarily needing or really wanting to, like, watch a standalone. Yeah. So I haven't watched it. I'm super behind on the series that are out right now.
Oh, same.
And again, I think The Marvels is the only recent as that and Deadpool and Wolverine. So I didn't watch Ant-Man, the third one, because it looked awful.
Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. And I honestly kind of forgot what happened in it.
See, and I liked the second one. I liked Ant-Man and Wasp a lot. But just from what I was seeing, I'm just like, I think I could skip this one. Because I didn't see the first one.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll skip around. I don't watch all of them, you know? So, like, and I didn't watch Guardians of the Galaxy because I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's fair.
So
makes sense to not watch it.
Can't stand Chris Pratt, dude.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to him?
But so yeah, I feel like I'm super behind on any of the new series. I'm still wanting the Dora Milaje show, but I don't know if that's ever gonna fucking happen.
Okay, so like Okoye. Yeah.
I think it was either Okoye or it was going to be another character from the Dora Milaje.
Yeah, I always forget the name of that group.
Yeah.
Or that faction.
I love them. That's what I was waiting on, but I don't hear nothing about it, so I wouldn't be shocked if they also too have taken that off the roster. Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, we're getting the Captain America movie with was a Falcon now.
Oh yeah.
Which I do not give a shit about at all and will not watch. I'm good. So there's just things that are on the horizon that I just do not care about.
Yeah, just not interested in.
Right. So the only thing I want to hear is if it's not X-Men, I probably don't give a shit.
That's real.
So
I feel like I'm a similar boat. Like I'm almost like on the end of my rope with Marvel, or like the end of my journey. It's not like I'm frustrated. I'm filled.
Yeah, same.
I've watched everything that I've really liked, and the things that I've seen since are like, it's just everything kind of after Infinity War. Like besides like a few others, it's just like it's wrapped up.
Yeah,
it's wrapped up. Y'all are trying.
And I think if you are given into like these white fanboys, you know, who are just crying about everything that doesn't like star them that looks like them, then you're totally fucking yourself. Yeah. So if that's the route they're gonna go, then I'm good. I think I can end there. You know, I did like Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
I actually probably gonna rewatch that one soon.
But, that one just made me so sad. I don't think I can watch it for a minute.
I know it.
But it was incredible.
It was really, really good. But I hear you. And I hope they give, I forget her character. I know it's like Ironheart. She's supposed to be getting something too, like in the new like not Iron Man movies, but like her character is supposed to kind of carry that on. So
hell yeah. And that's Shuri, right?
No, not Shuri.
Oh.
It was the American girl. Remember they like go to the college and she like is like, they find out is building, she doesn't have vibranium, but she's like building some like really high tech shit, and they have her. They bring her to Wakanda.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. It's been a minute, and also just tragic.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Man.
It's hard. That was a hard one to watch. I'm glad I did when I finally watched it, but yeah, it's definitely a very somber one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ugh.
I know. Man.
But
I think it just might be the end of the MCU for me as it stands if they are not going to do these other projects that I was more excited about. Because I don't want to see fucking Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom.
Right.
Like, give me a break.
Can you cast someone else?
Anyone, you know? Like, I'm not sure why they went with that way.
I don't think he's going to be able to change his voice at all.
No.
Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, same.
Whatever. Not my choice. Not my Doctor Doom.
No. So, yeah. But I'm glad I finally watched it, and yeah.
Hell yeah. It's funny that you brought up Cassandra Nova, and the actress who played her was in Nosferatu, and I didn't bring her up because I was like, nobody knows who she is.
I'll give it to her. She was entertaining. You know, it wasn't a villain that I really was excited about, or, you know, I felt brought, you know, like gravitas.
I just feel like they went through
pretty much
the index
encyclopedia, and just like, all right, let's pick
which villain today. Okay, this one, and just like threw it out there, and we're supposed to just accept it. And it's like, who the fuck is he? Has a sister?
Exactly.
Since fucking when?
And I get it. They definitely care. There are so many characters in the Marvel universe. So yes, I have no doubt that she actually exists.
Oh, absolutely.
But I feel like it was like some offshoot, probably like niche fucking like comic book storyline that, you know, a lot of people don't know about. So I don't think it gave the same excitement. Yeah. You know? So whatever. All right, it's over. Hopefully that's into the Deadpool movies.
Oh, God.
I don't have to subject myself to any more Ryan Reynolds.
Right. I think everyone's kind of at the end of their rope with him too.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
And Blake Lively.
Oh, I haven't really dived into what's going on.
Me neither. I don't get it.
It looks bad. Yeah. It all looks bad.
It's messy.
Very messy. So
I do love Gossip Girl though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm rewatching that right now too.
It's alright. It's okay. It was very popular. I understand.
But her character's insufferable. So if she's anything, Serena. Oh yeah, insufferable.
Not far from the character.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay. I mean, obviously, I don't know Blake Lively at all, but like, if she's anything like Serena van der Woodsen, yep. Okay, get it. I get it.
Okay. Okay, what other movie are you reviewing?
Okay, so the first movie of 2025 for me was Xanadu.
Xanadu! Have I seen Xanadu all the way through? It is pretty cool.
Man, I had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
If someone would have told me there was roller skating in it, I would have watched it a long time ago.
I'm surprised. Yeah, you hadn't seen it.
I've never seen, and I love a musical.
I know
love
you do.
A musical. I mean, Grease was one of the first musicals I ever saw. So, like, Olivia Newton-John like holds a special place in my heart.
I love Grease. That's a musical that I
Yes.
fucking love. So yeah,
Absolutely,
I agree.
Woo, love that. So the fact that it's Olivia Newton-John in the '80s as a muse, roller skating around with hot ass Michael Beck. Oh my god! And Gene Kelly. What?
Wow, I forget. Oh my!
I had no
Gene
clue.
Kelly.
That was his last role
Okay.
before he passed.
Oh my
Xanadu.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
And I had no idea that song "Magic" from Olivia Newton-John was from Xanadu.
Okay.
Have to
yes.
believe we are magic. That song, I had no idea. I was like, okay, all right, Xanadu. Great soundtrack. ELO has a lot to do with it.
Yes, they do.
Which makes absolute fucking sense.
It
to
totally
me.
does.
And the
Great
tubes.
pairing.
Yes, it's just so good. Oh, the roller skating, the music, the aesthetic of it. It's so indulgently 80s.
It is.
Even though it's like right at the beginning of 1980.
Right, but it sets it off.
It sets
It's
it
a
off
tone,
like,
right?
this is the 80s. This is the
It's a
80s.
new decade
Yep.
here. Yes.
Yep, this
Absolutely.
is it. Get into it. And I was into it. Oh man, so Michael Beck's character is, what is his name? Sonny Malone. He's like this freelance artist who like recreates album covers on a larger scale for promotion.
Okay, yeah.
So he's in the middle of painting this album art for a group called the Nine Sisters, which is a really cool fucking name, by the way.
Yeah.
And he sees Olivia Newton-John on the cover, and he's like, "What? Who is this girl? I swear to God, she just kissed me on the beach today." And she did. She was
Okay.
roller skating. Everyone's roller skating.
Right.
And this random girl kisses him on the face, like on the lips. And he's like so smitten. And then he goes to recreate this album cover, and there she is. And he's like, "Who is this woman? I just saw her." And he's like asking everybody, like, "Who is this person?" Like the photographer of the cover. He's like, "Who is she?" He's like, "I don't know. She honestly just showed up last minute in this picture. She wasn't there, and then she was. Then she's gone again."
Yeah.
And then he goes out to the beach looking for her, and he runs into Gene Kelly playing a clarinet on a rock.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it turns out like Gene Kelly's character, what's his name, Danny McGuire, is like this old school like bandstand kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he dropped off after like his muse left him, who actually turns out to be also Olivia Newton-John.
Okay.
Because she doesn't age, she doesn't die. She is literally a muse
Right.
from the gods.
Yes.
Zeus is her dad. And she's been inspiring people for forever. That's her job. It's to inspire artists and then move along.
Yes.
But she falls in love with Michael Beck and doesn't want to leave this roller skating heaven of earth. But she ends up kind of not coercing, but like, I don't know, channeling him to get in contact with Danny McGuire, and then they become partners to open up a roller skating like disco
Yeah.
called Xanadu.
Yes. Wow.
Oh, it's
Love
so
it.
good.
Love it.
The vibes are right. The it's so, again, indulgently 80s. The shoulder pads, the neon, just everything. It's amazing. The outfits are so good.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a visual feast.
Yes.
Yeah.
It got panned when it came out.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I get it, but also I don't get it, because that is exactly what I want in a movie, is just visual stimulation, auditory stimulation,
Yes.
just everything. It's this one moment I really loved is like Michael Beck's talking to Gene Kelly. He's like, "You dance?" to Gene Kelly. And Gene Kelly's like, "I've been known to twinkle a toe or two."
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, he's in on the joke, because everybody knows Gene Kelly's a fucking dancer.
Yes, he is.
Oh, so
Love
good.
it.
Man, there's like when they're trying to figure out what kind of vibe to go for with Xanadu, like Gene Kelly's character is like, "I want bandstand," and Michael Beck's like, "No, we're in the 80s, we got to go more rock and roll." And then they have like a visual, almost like dream of these artists performing in this space, and then they all come together at the end. So you got the bandstand, big swing dancers, and then you got like the 80s like rock and roll over here, and then they all come together in this like smorgasbord of just amazing visual
Love
shit.
it.
It's so good. It was good. I've never even seen the Captain EO show but it reminds me of that.
Okay.
Like,
yes,
just the imagery.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's really good. I love
Hell
the Captain
yeah.
EO show.
I never saw it. That was all at Disneyland, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can watch it like on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Michael Jackson,
But
Captain
I totally
EO.
see the similarities.
Yeah, just like all triangular. I don't know how to explain it. It's just very 80s.
Yes.
Like in that specific form of 80s. Oh man, loved it. Xanadu. You better work, Xanadu.
That's awesome.
I want to go to that club for
Right?
sure. I want to roller skate around with Olivia Newton-John. Oh my god.
And I think Michael Beck, I'm hoping I'm right, also starred in The Warriors.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And he is badass in The
Yeah,
Warriors. So to see him like next in Xanadu, just I love it.
I know.
The range.
The range. Oh, and then there's also like this weird animated moment in the middle of the movie.
Okay.
Because it had reminded me of Ferngully for some reason
Yeah.
before it even got to the animation.
Yeah.
And then when the animation happened with like Olivia Newton-John and Michael Beck, they're like falling in love with each other, dancing around, they turn into birds, then they turn into a frog or whatnot. Like it totally reminded me of Ferngully.
Yes.
And I was like, yes.
That's awesome. I love Ferngully.
Yeah, same.
That
One of the
is
best movies
so
ever.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't seen it all the way through, so I maybe didn't get to that part yet.
Yeah, it
But,
was just
oh
kind of
my gosh.
random. Like, oh, they're animated
Yeah,
now.
I love that. I love random animation.
Mhm.
I really do.
It was perfect. I thoroughly enjoyed Xanadu. I'm so grateful that was my first movie of the year.
Yes.
2025. Starting off strong with fucking
Yes.
Xanadu. You better
Awesome.
Xanadu.
That is terrific.
5
yeah.
out of 5.
Love it.
Love it.
I totally forgot Gene Kelly was in that.
know.
And I love Gene Kelly. Like my favorite is American in Paris.
Oh, I still haven't seen that.
Oh, dude. Because
That's
like,
on the list.
I forget her name right now. That plays a lead, and she's like a ballet dancer, and I love ballet.
Who's in it? That's not Debbie Reynolds, is it?
No.
No, that's Singing in the Rain.
No.
Right?
She is a French actress.
A French actress.
Dancer.
Oh, it's like on the.
Yeah. I know.
I
Great.
remember, but I
That's
don't
my
remember.
favorite. That is my favorite. But I love Gene Kelly. So.
Yeah,
That's so
asking
great.
Gene Kelly if he dances.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yep. Yeah, that's like asking Gordon Ramsay if he cooks.
Right.
You know.
You know what you're doing in there, Gordon?
I've been known to use a skillet now and then.
Very cool. That's a good one to start out the year.
Oh man, just beautiful, beautiful.
Yes. Gives you some hope. Like,
yes, I'm like, the year is set up right for me. Because last year's first movie, I think, was Licorice Pizza, and that didn't really set me up for anything.
Okay. All right. I haven't seen it, but
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. We're not here for that. But yeah,
I feel you.
I feel better about Xanadu.
That's good.
Being my first movie. of the
Way
year.
better.
Yeah, way
Yes.
better. Sets me off right. Olivia Newton-John. Rest in peace, girl. I love you.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So my last review, it was so funny, we were just talking about her, is Alien Romulus.
Oh! That is so funny. You're
I
like,
had
is
no
that her?
idea she was in Civil War 2. I mean, I don't know if she looks different to me in that movie, but okay.
That is so funny.
I know. I was like, what? You're lying. I didn't
You were
hear.
good at holding on to things. 'Cause I had no recollection.
I
had
know.
no thought that you were going to bring up the Alien Romulus in this.
I know. I can hold on to it. I'm like, yeah,
You
I'll
can
bring
play
this
poker
back
real
up.
well. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. I would have
So-
given it away immediately.
Alien Romulus, directed by Fede Alvarez, came out 2024 this past year, and I honestly wasn't familiar with most of the cast,
Right.
and so like I don't. I think though I watched this after Civil War, but I still didn't know that was Kaylee, David Johnson, Archie Renan, Isabella Merced. So I like the fact that I didn't know the cast.
Yeah.
Because that was my biggest problem with Covenant. Like going into it, and like the first thing you see like James Franco, I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck?
I forgot about
Oh
that.
man,
Oh, my
I
God.
was so annoyed. And I love Danny McBride, but
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Right.
Oh my god, I need to rewatch Covenant.
I didn't finish it. I was just too annoyed. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm good. This isn't working for me. So
I'll just watch Righteous Gemstones. It's fine. If I want my Danny McBride fix, I'll just stick with that.
So when Romulus came out, I wasn't really excited to like get on it because I was just like, I don't know, Covenant was shit. And only thing that kind of got me a little slightly piqued interest is that everyone's like, they're doing the practical effects again,
Okay, yeah.
and it's like, gory like the original. So I was like, all right, maybe I'll fuck with it. So yeah, it finally was streaming. So I'm like, all right, I'll check it out and see. And I'll say it's better than Covenant.
Okay, great.
Now, would I watch this one again?
Now, where does it fall?
yeah. There's a lot of things that bother me about this one, but I'll definitely try to go on things that I do like.
Right. Yes.
I think it's a great setup.
Hell yeah.
Great setup. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, man, the Xenomorphs fuck me up. I did not go out of my way.
Have you seen any Alien?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've only seen I've seen Alien, Aliens, and then Covenant. I've seen Prometheus.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah, you're missing 3 and Resurrection.
Yeah, I haven't seen those, but
Okay.
I like one of those other like Prometheus. Is there another one that's like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
And that's all I've seen.
Yeah, it's just Prometheus. And I can Prometheus isn't great. It isn't. But you know what I was thinking the other day? I think the reason why I didn't mind it is because I saw it in the theater in 3D.
Oh.
And yeah. That was an experience.
I fucking bet. No, thank you. I don't like those things in 2D.
Oh, well, I mean, it wasn't the face huggers and stuff because it wasn't an alien movie,
Yeah,
so Prometheus is a little different.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
So but it was shot, I guess, with 3D in mind, and it shows.
Ooh.
Because the landscapes,
That's
the planet.
too much for me.
Yeah, no, I've never been really attracted to 3D. This is the only movie I've ever seen in 3D. And I think it was pretty decent. I think that's why I'm able to overlook a lot of the shit that happens in Prometheus.
'Cause you were in the movie.
Exactly.
You were in it. They have your name in the credits and everything.
Yeah. You are feeling like you were there.
Yeah, fuck that.
So, yeah, I feel like this one had a great setup because we are on one of the mining colonies on a very desolate planet. And, what's her name? Rainey? That's the name of the character, of Kaylee's character. She's been working on this mining colony, and pretty much you sign away part of your life to the company. And once your hours are up, you're supposed to be let free. And
I like these said supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And no surprise, they're like, no, actually, we've upped the hour quota, so you're not going to be able to go for another 3 or 4 years. And she's trying to get to this planet, Yovanga, which is supposed to be not a paradise, but definitely you can see the sunshine, because this planet that they're on, there is no sunshine.
Ooh.
There's just so much debris and smoke and cloud in the air. So it's just a dark planet and just there to mine. And the people who are mining there usually die off because they track lung infections and diseases from being
terrible.
Yeah, and that's what happened to her parents.
Mm-hmm.
And her father, before he passed, built her a brother, because artificial person,
right,
an android, using just whatever scrap he could find on the planet. So this android isn't super highly functional,
right?
But she calls him her brother, and someone for her to have, so they have this relationship and stuff, and it's cute. He definitely has kind of a mind of a child in a way. And he tells all these boring dad jokes that I guess her dad programmed into him and stuff. So
I like that.
It's cute, but she definitely wants to get them off this planet and stuff like that. And when she's denied access to leave the planet, I guess she runs into her ex-boyfriend, and he gives her basically a proposition that they found out that there is a ship orbiting their planet that possibly has, I think it takes 9 years to get to the planet they're trying to get to, that has life pods for them to kind of go into a hypersleep. Yeah, I know.
No.
Woo, space travel.
Nope.
I know.
Nope. All that sounds stupid as fuck.
But the beginning of the movie, the ship that's orbiting had caught, I guess, one of the xenomorphs that was encased in a meteoroid or something. And they bring it on board, and you can assume what happened. Because now this fucking derelict ship is just, floating around. Nobody's on it.
Don't go up there.
I know. They don't know about it yet, of course.
But still, I ain't going, ugh,
Right.
no.
But you feel for them. They're all pretty much enslaved,
so
to this.
it's do I stay here or do I take my chances up there?
Exactly.
I get it.
Exactly.
But fuck all that.
Right. So
why are those the choices?
I know. You got fucked up circumstances, a desperate situation, desperate choices. So, and they need her to come along. They need her brother because he can access the motherboard.
That's right.
So, it's like it's like a young group of people. They're probably like in their 20s and stuff, and most of their parents have all died off. They were most likely, I think, born on this colony.
Mm-hmm.
Their parents, unfortunately, have all died off from the lung diseases and stuff, and they don't want to end up like their parents. Makes sense. So they agree to go, and I think one of them knows how to pilot a ship, so they were able to pilot out, and they get onto this derelict ship that's floating around in space, and they just want to get these life pods and stuff off of them, but when they find out the life pods only have enough juice for 3 years, not 9 like they need.
Oh, shit.
They need to find basically fuel for it.
Mm-hmm.
And in their search for fuel...
Nope.
You could only imagine what they find.
Now, or what finds them.
Yes, exactly. And it's a lot of them.
No. Those things are so scary to me. They are effectively the scariest thing I've ever seen. Fuck a xenomorph.
But I think where the movie made its mistake is that initially you are interested in these characters getting out of here, but they instantly make them unlikable because as a part of this, yes. As a part of this, Andy, who's the android brother, whatever planet they're going to doesn't allow artificial life.
Right.
So they're going to have to decommission him when they get there. But he's not made aware of this until they're already on the ship and stuff. And his sister knows,
Damn.
Yeah. And they're like, well, what? He's not real, It's just like, what's the big deal and shit.
No.
And up to this point, you're just like, you've made us like this fucking kid this whole time. And now you guys are all like, totally ready to just abandon him, get what you need, and just like fuck all to you, dude. So at that point, you're like, well, fuck everyone.
Right, I don't give a shit about none of y'all. I'm going with the robot.
Exactly. One of them really hates androids because they give a little backstory about his mom was indirectly killed by an android. I guess like in the mines, they had to seal it. And it would either save 3 or save 20, and his mom was a part of the 3.
Oh.
And it's like, I get that. And even in the original movies, Ripley didn't fuck with AI or artificial people after the first movie because Ash, his whole directive was to be like, fuck, fuck everyone on the ship, get that fucking alien back to us at whatever cost and shit. So you understood, her reluctance to like wanting to be around Bishop in the second one.
Oh, yeah.
But Bishop proved himself, And so but it wasn't like just cruel. Like the character in this one is just cruel. He's an asshole. Like, there's nothing redeeming about him. Whereas Ripley, you understand and you like Ripley. But the characters in this are just assholes. So it's just like
y'all gotta go.
You don't care about them. So you're just waiting for them to get picked off.
Yeah.
Which they do.
Yeah.
One by one.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. No. The face huggers, all that. No.
Yeah, and they go deep with that because like one of them, as they're pulling it off, like you see how deep how deep it goes in your fucking throat.
I saw like a clip of that. Yeah. I was just like, oh my God.
So I will give it that. I appreciate they brought back the ooey gooey, the wetness, because
that's
what
wet
makes
scale.
it so scary. Yeah, the wet scale, not as high as other movies, but I would say it would probably be like if we're doing like 1 to 5, I give it like a 3.
Ooh, that's pretty wet.
It's pretty decent. Like they actually had like men in like the suits, the alien suits. They had robots, I think. So it was mostly all practical. I think except for the scenes where you have like hundreds of fake huggers coming after you and stuff. But I'm like, okay, that to me is what was missing in Covenant. Yeah. Covenant just looked terrible.
Yeah, it was all like CGI looking shit.
Awful. And like to see like an alien in broad daylight, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I hated it.
No.
So, and like, even from the past movies, like Newt said, they mostly come at night. Mostly. So it's like, to have that just to me completely just lost that sense of tension and horror.
Yeah.
So like, this one, I think definitely I'll give kudos to that. They did bring that back. But again, you don't give a shit about the characters.
Right.
The aliens, even though the Marines are kind of dicks at first, you do get kind of like, sad seeing them all being picked off one by one. This one, you don't care.
You don't care.
You don't care. Other thing that's weird about this movie. So Ash, the android in the first movie, it's played by Ian Holm. Ian Holm died in 2020. And this one, I don't know why they did it. They bring him back.
No.
Dude, it is so bizarre. It is bizarre. It's like all CGI. because whatever android was on that derelict ship got torn apart and stuff, and they ended up needing his processor so they could put it into Andy so he can access like really like was it like I think there's certain rooms he can't access on his own, so he needs this. But it changes his directive. His directive was like protect or do what's best for Rain. Now it's like do what's best for the fucking company.
Right. It's kind of factory reset.
Yeah, pretty much. So and that kind of like it kind of makes it more interesting, you know. But but they take it out of this like torn up android, and it's practical at first, and then I could tell by the side of the face, I'm like, oh my god, please do not tell me that's Ash. Ugh. They call him Rook, but it's the same supposed to be the same actor. And it's just all CGI. I guess they got the approval from his widow, but it was just so unnecessary. It doesn't look real. It's so unnerving, and it's like, oh, this is where we're going, right? Just taking dead actors and putting their likeness in movies, and
like they did with Carrie Fisher in the last. Star Wars.
It's Disney.
Yeah.
Disney owns Aliens now, so that doesn't fucking surprise me. So yeah, it just was so unnecessary. It was just, and it's not a big role, but he has a substantial role in the movie. So just seeing the CGI Ian Holm is just really disturbing.
Oh, they better not do that to Chadwick Boseman. If we're talking Disney and bringing back dead people, no.
They better not.
They better leave him alone. He deserves better than that.
Yeah, I will riot.
The whole world will. I'll see you on the streets.
His character is based, and this is where it gets a little convoluted in the plot. So they try to bring in shit that we learned in Prometheus. I don't know if you remember like the black goo and stuff.
I remember white goo.
Okay, I don't know if it was white or not, but there was just like this goo that they find, and like one of the guys I think gets infected with it in Prometheus.
Oh yeah.
So
ugh.
In this one, I guess they've engineered it himself. Like Rook, the android, has engineered something, and they need to get that back to the corporation. And so now that Andy has a new directive, like that's his like main priority. And at some point, just like with Prometheus, it's like, why are you touching that shit with your bare hands?
Right? Oh my god.
Yeah. Same shit happens in this movie where one of the girls injects it into herself because she's like, you know, bleeding out. She's like been attacked and stuff, and she's pregnant. And this is it's like Prometheus. I know you haven't seen Alien Resurrection, but Alien Resurrection, the ending upsets me. I hate it because they have like this alien baby that comes out. It's like a breed between the alien and Ripley. And this this is kind of similar in a way where it's like an alien and a human and stuff. Ew. And she births it, and like it's like a full grown person, like within like 20 fucking not even 20 minutes, like fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Ew. Awful. Did it like tear the mama up? It had to. Like that mama did not survive that, right?
She survived it, but then he kills her. Like he like feeds on her or something.
Oh, the baby does.
Yeah. Well, now the baby's like a full grown man.
Full grown.
Yeah. It's just.
Does it have the face of a man?
Yes. But like the back is really long, the legs are really long, like an alien and stuff. But yeah, it looks like one of the big creatures in Prometheus.
Okay.
So that you kind of see what they're trying to do, but it was just trying to shove too much shit at the end. Yeah, it just wasn't good. Because at this point, pretty much everyone's gone. It's just Rain, Kaylee's character, and Andy, her brother. So like, and they try to save one of the friends who's pregnant, but after she like gives birth to this thing, it just was so unnecessary because it's just like, why would she inject herself with this shit? She doesn't know what it is.
No.
Made no sense. It was just very like hair pulling. Like what the fuck is happening now? And the last 20 minutes of that movie are just stupid. I just like could done without it. And then they just top it off with the stupid fan service shit by having one of the characters get away from her, you bitch. And it's just like, why? Why?
You can't use that line every time. It doesn't hit the same.
It's so bad. I just cringed. I'm like, all right, is this over?
Turn it off.
Again, it had a solid start.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea. Because, the whole Weyland-Yutani Corporation has always been, just soulless, trying to collect these fucking aliens and weaponize them. And it's never worked. Never works, but still, seeing the worker side of it.
Yeah.
People who were there on the colonies, slaving away and shit like that. That I thought was a really good setup. But
Yeah.
then they made the characters unlikable, so you didn't give a shit about any of them.
That's
So,
a bummer.
Yeah, it just spirals, and yeah, I wouldn't watch this one again.
Was it scary? That's what I was hearing. Is like it's one of the more scary alien movies that's come out in the last like however many movies.
I don't know. Maybe I've seen them too much. They don't really scare me.
Yeah.
So maybe for me, not scary. Maybe
Got
for
it.
you, maybe.
Because I hate those ugly things.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
do too.
Oh, for sure.
But like, because like, you know what? I wanted them all to fucking die. So
Yeah.
it
It's
wasn't
like, I'm
scary
not
for me.
scared. Bring that thing out. Come on out. Come on out.
Right. At that point, I didn't give a shit. I think
Yeah.
if it was more like I cared about the characters and I want them
Yeah.
to survive, then yeah, I think I would have had a little bit more
Like
fear.
sense of dread, maybe.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
oh no, it's coming. Please, not you.
Yes,
not you.
exactly. Yeah, because like when fucking Hudson gets taken down,
Yeah.
you know, in the second one, like, you know, my heart, I love Hudson. He was annoying as hell.
Yeah.
I loved Hudson.
Right. The
So-
lovable goof. You
Yes,
don't want him to die.
exactly. Put her in charge. So like this one had no characters that I liked, you know. So like no, I don't think I had that sense of dread ever. I think I was just more happy to see practical effects
Yeah.
more than anything. But yeah, I don't know. It's not one I'll think I'll watch again. And then I've learned that they're going to be doing a TV series,
Oh.
Alien Earth,
Okay.
where they come to Earth, I guess,
Oh,
and
no.
wreak havoc. But
Oh god.
I don't
Well,
know.
I probably won't be watching that.
I might check it out.
Yeah.
Just because I'm just a dork and I like
You love
it.
Alien. Go for it.
I do, and I've seen mostly all of them
Yeah.
and stuff. So I'm kind of curious how they're gonna do it, like in a long play out format in terms of like a show. So maybe I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, it's like I'll just say this: it's better than Covenant. So
All right.
I'll just say that. And I didn't realize Covenant was directed by Ridley Scott.
Oh.
I didn't know it was. I was like, really did that shit? What the fuck,
What,
dude?
What happened?
This is what I don't want to sound like ageist, but like I feel like this at a certain point, you just gotta put the camera down.
Yeah. Francis Ford Coppola.
Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese, put that shit down.
Put it down. Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Put it down.
Put it down. Like there's just something they just can't recapture, and they don't really have to try because
Yeah.
their names are so fucking like revered at this point. They don't have to really try to.
Yeah,
do
they can just
anything.
sit behind their name. They don't have to do nothing else.
Exactly. So I totally didn't realize that was directed by him. I know he did Prometheus, but I didn't know he did Covenant as well. So I'm like, why? Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I'd give this one maybe 2.5 out of 5. It's just hard. It's really hard to do something
Yeah.
new with it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm like, I don't know what they're going to do with the show. I mean, I guess we haven't seen it on Earth ever.
Right.
So
Alien versus Predator. Was that on Earth at all?
now, okay, so this is the one thing. Yes, because the predators would bring the alien, like the eggs and stuff, to, I forget what civilization. It might have been the Mayans or the Aztecs or whatever.
Okay.
And they would, like, have them sacrifice themselves because they need, like, you know, a facehugger to have a host. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And once the alien was born, then they would, like, hunt it and fight it.
Right.
So that has been the only way I know they've been on Earth, you know, but it's been in like, you know, pre-colonial times.
Right.
So I don't know if this is going to be set in that time or if it's set in more modern day Earth.
Imagine a xenomorph ripping through Times Square. Come on.
I mean, was Predator? No, Predator 2 was in LA.
I haven't seen those movies, Alien versus
Oh,
Predator, so I don't know
gosh.
what the deal is. But I just assumed maybe they were on Earth. But like, I can't
They
imagine.
are. Yeah, because that whole thing is an Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can imagine going through Times Square, like hitting up
Right.
Disneyland.
So I haven't read really into it. I just saw like a little teaser trailer the other day, so I don't know how or when it's supposed to take place. I'll give it a shot and just see what the first episode is like.
Yeah, hell
But,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't think there's much you can do with it anymore, and
Right.
you're not gonna top the first two.
Yeah.
No one's been able to top the first two,
No,
so
and
I
don't-
think.
I think that's where I'm at with those two. Like, why I don't continue to watch more and more of them is because, well, I saw the scariest fucking ones.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
I totally
I'm
understand.
Still terrified.
I totally understand because 3, like I said, is the roughest one for me to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 I can do because Winona's in it.
Right. That's the next one I gotta watch just for my girl. So
that's pretty much the only reason why I watched that one.
yeah.
So, but it looks visually better than 3. But
well, that's good.
it doesn't surpass the first 2. Nothing has.
Those are just so scary. Those are literally 2 of the scariest movies I've ever seen in my life. Just because the whole concept of a xenomorph just forcing itself on you, making you birth this ugly ass thing.
Yes.
Oh, nope, no consent.
It is terrifying, absolutely terrifying. So, I wasn't expecting, anything revolutionary with this.
Yeah.
But I was just curious, out of curiosity.
Yeah, see if it was still fun or not, because it could still be that.
Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't.
But it wasn't. Maybe Earth will be fun.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We shall see. Okay, what's your last review?
Oh, was that it?
You have another one, or?
It was Nosferatu, Pecker, and Xanadu. We're doing 3, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So then we are going to take one last break, and then when we get back to it, we are going to do our top 5. It's going to be sequels that were better than the original.
All right.
Stay tuned. We'll be back. Okay, we are back with our top 5. So we are doing sequels that are better than the original. Now, I specifically went with the second films that were better than the first films. That you did too?
Except for one.
Okay. That's totally fine.
Yeah, except for one. One's like the third one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, it helped me narrow them down.
Oh, totally.
I think it would
just
just opened up because this was already hard enough for me.
Yeah. I mean, I came up with this list to specifically talk about one movie, and then I'm like, oh, shit, all right. I guess I got to bring up a whole list now.
Yes. So let's get into the one that basically inspired this whole top 5.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that is Sister Act 2.
Hell yeah.
Back in the Habit.
Back in the Habit. We are back, baby. Hell yeah. The best sequel to ever exist.
So good. Do you remember when you first saw this?
Oh my god, definitely a kid.
Okay,
definitely
same.
A kid,
Yeah.
and it became way more prevalent of a watch when I was in choir because it was just a movie that they put on, like on like a movie day schedule kind of thing. Was Sister Act 2.
Okay, cool.
And we also covered Joyful Joyful. We did that song for like an 8th grade choir performance.
That's so cute.
And I wanted that solo so bad. I was like, it's my turn. I'll be Lauryn Hill. But I didn't get it. This other girl had the chops. I'll give her that.
Okay, all right.
I was too shy to do the runs. But yeah, oh my god. That movie is just so good. Already off the bat, Lauryn Hill makes it just the better movie.
Rita is just such an amazing character.
Yes.
Like, you
feel
absolutely
for
felt
her.
for her. Yes. Singing does not put food on the table.
Nope.
It's like, damn, mama, but I can sing really well.
But she can sing and it can.
Yes.
Oh, Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph, though, as her mother.
Love her.
I've been singing those shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Oh my goodness. I think my aunt took me and my sister to see this in the theater.
Oh, I love that.
I feel like I remember that. And yeah, just absolutely, I'm not religious, but I love gospel music.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So like just getting into the music, and it was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just was floored by it. I do like the original.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
I think the original is great in its own right. But this one just upped the ante.
Oh yeah.
So much. I think because we were kids and we're seeing like these kids also, it just felt like we could relate to them so much more. So yeah, it just, I absolutely loved it. Lauryn Hill was amazing. What's her name? Who I love. The love.
Oh yeah, Alana Ubach.
Yes, my girl.
Maria.
Yes.
Maybe Maria didn't have a lamb. Maybe when Maria's sperm, she didn't have a lamb. Oh man, yeah, because she didn't know Mary had a little lamb.
I know. So cute.
She sings the love book. That's right. Oh my god, you got little baby Jennifer Love Hewitt in it.
I know. I always forget that too. Yes.
Because she's not a huge character in it.
No, she's not.
She's just one of the background kids.
Which makes sense too, because she, I don't know if you watched Kids Incorporated back in the day. So she came off of Kids Incorporated.
Oh, okay.
And that was a show where kids would pretty much do like covers of popular songs.
Oh.
And yeah, I totally forgot she was on that. So I'm like, okay. I didn't really thought of her as a singer, but I'm like, okay, she was on that show. So that makes sense for them to cast her in this.
I love that. Never.
Oh, Kids Incorporated. It was a Canadian show, but it used to
okay.
come on Disney Channel. And one of my babysitters had Disney Channel because that was, it was like a premium channel.
Oh, for sure.
So,
I never had that growing up.
Me
I
neither.
had Nickelodeon somehow, but not Disney.
Yeah,
That was
Nickelodeon
elite.
was like basic cable,
Yeah.
but yeah, Disney Channel you had to pay extra for.
Yeah, I did not
but
have that.
I loved Kids Incorporated, so I forgot. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So great cast. I forget Frankie. Hey ho.
Hey ho.
Oh my god.
You know what G.O.D. Yeah, you know me. Oh, and then what's his name? Oh, I always forget his name. He's the guy from City fucking High. I had no idea.
Yes, I know.
Oh, Happy Day.
Yes.
Oh,
my god.
that song still gives me
when
the
he
chills.
hits that
when
note,
he hits that high
right?
note, I
Every time.
still cry.
Every time.
It's like Pavlov's dog.
Yes.
He hits that note, tears.
Yes.
Tears.
I know.
Just like,
I would rewind it like back when we
Yep.
had like VHS tapes of it. I would rewind that part over and over again.
Oh,
I
what-
love that performance.
once I found out what YouTube was and what it could
Oh,
do,
yeah.
I went and looked
Mhm.
for that scene. Absolutely. Because I just wanted to feel something.
Yes,
Oh my
absolutely.
God. Oh,
Just
I
the
always-
talent there.
I always forget his name, but
I know.
man, because I thought it was Kirk Franklin for the longest time.
Oh no, no,
not the same
no, not Kirk Franklin.
I don't know why I thought that for the longest time. But then when I found out who this kid actually was, and he was fucking City High, I had
Yes.
no clue.
Oh,
What would
I
you
recognized
do?
them. I recognized them. They started getting popular. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit!
It's the kid from Sister
It's
Act,
my
too.
Sister Act. Yes. Yeah. No. So good of a cast. Like they really, I don't know how they casted all these kids, but they did such a great job.
Amazing. That movie, I have the soundtrack for the longest time. I just listened to it in my car.
Oh yes.
Oh man, his eyes on the sparrow gives me chills.
Right.
Like, that's really what made me fall in love with Lauryn Hill, and then I got into Miseducation.
Yes.
And that blew my mind as well. So like
Right.
I love Lauryn Hill.
No, that was my introduction to her because this was before, like right before the Fugees, I think.
Yeah.
So like that was my introduction to Lauryn Hill. So later on when the Fugees came out, I was like, what? Okay.
It's Rita.
Right.
Ah!
I'm like, this is awesome. But it didn't surprise me because she was just so amazing. So I absolutely, I knew she acted a little bit more after that, but I think she really kind of just went full into music, which, hey, I'm happy.
Absolutely. She's
Happy
one of
for
the
that.
best vocalists I've ever heard in my whole life to this day. Just
Right.
like the effortlessness of it, those runs.
Yes.
Just, oh God, the bitch can sing.
Yes, she can.
I will definitely wait 2 hours for her to come on stage. If it means, like, I don't care.
Oh my gosh. I just think it was really smart for them for a second movie to take it to a school.
Yeah.
You know, like we saw Dolores in the convent, and the
Mhm.
first one hiding out from the mob and her mob boyfriend and shit. Which again, it is good. Like Harvey, I
Yeah.
forget Harvey Keitel. He's hilarious in that one. And my favorite scene in that one is like in the very beginning where they're like doing the lounge acts and they're like doing their medley of like Motown songs,
Yeah.
and it's like fucking empty ass house where people are falling asleep, it's like old people at the slot machines.
Yep.
And they're ending their show like, "Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Heat wave. You don't give a shit. Heat wave. Let's get the hell out of here. Heat wave." Dun, dun. That shit cracks me up.
Sister Mary Clarence.
I love it. I love it. So I love how it starts out with her, you know,
Yeah.
doing her big old show
Yeah.
now, and she brought her girls from the lounge
She's
act.
a flying nun.
Right?
She's flying music.
I love the medley. I just
Yeah.
love it. It's so good. So I love they brought that a little back to it, but then we're getting all these new characters, these kids and stuff. So yeah, it just, and I love, like, you know, they're trying to save the school in San Francisco, which I love, you know, so.
Such a high caliber movie.
Yes.
That's childhood to me.
Yes.
And really got me into more, like, I've always been a singer, but like that was like, this is my movie. I want this. Like,
If
such
you
an
wanna
inspirational
be
movie.
somebody,
If you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. Yep, done that for soundtrack several times. I'm gonna get that tattooed across my chest. Like,
so
it's
good.
just words of wisdom.
Yeah, it really is. And yeah, I mean, Libby Goldberg just seemed like she'd be like this really cool mentor that you'd like want to be around and stuff. So I love they give her a hard time in the beginning.
Yep. What they call it, a bird
We're
class.
a bird
'cause
course.
we fly
Yes,
through.
exactly. I love it. I love it.
Frank
But she wins them over, you know.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
So it's just I love seeing that. It's just a great story, and Yeah, it really does surpass the first one.
Absolutely.
It really does. And it's the one I watch the most,
Mhm.
you know, when it comes to those. And I knew they were talking about doing a new one, but I'm like, please, please, just
leave it.
Don't save your money. Fucking make something else new, but don't try to like fucking tread on this. You're not gonna top it. No way are you ever going to actually even try to match the second one. It's so fucking good. So I think hopefully that whole thing has died down.
Yeah,
because they were talking about it for a while, but leave it alone.
Just leave it.
Yes.
Leave it.
And I love the choir competition. Like, that was fun. You know, just seeing the different schools and different interpretations of the songs.
Definitely can relate to that. I did a bunch of those.
Did you?
Up. Yep.
Okay,
competitions. Or even just showcases if it wasn't necessarily a competition. Just like performing for other schools with other schools. I just love that they all tore their robes off at the end.
Yes,
like you gotta be you.
It's colorful and just I love the inspiration they pulled from like contemporary songs and stuff. And I mean that's what they did in the first one too, but I just love that they just kept that and really modernized it even more for our generation.
Absolutely.
Janet Jackson, you know, like I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
What has he done for you lately?
He watches over everything. So we sing.
Joyful Lord, we adore thee.
So good.
Bangers.
So good.
Bangers. Top sequel ever.
Yeah. No, I agree why this one inspired the top 5.
Yeah.
It absolutely deserves it. And I instantly knew this is one you were thinking of. I fucking knew it. I'm so glad I was right.
It was just an excuse to talk about Lauryn Hill.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's great.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows how much I love this goddamn movie.
Yes. I know they brought back most of the cast, the other sisters, Kathy Najimy.
Yep. Maggie Smith, rest in peace.
Maggie Smith.
I know people think of her as McGonagall, but that's Mother Superior.
No, exactly. That's what she always did to me. Yes, absolutely. So yes, good one.
Hell yeah. Good one for you too.
Yes, we both picked this one. Both on our top 5. Absolutely. Now let's see if we differ much from the rest of our list. You want to go first?
Sure. Okay. The second sequel would be 1991's Problem Child 2.
Oh! Same. Yes. Yep. We were talking about this not too long ago. Yeah.
Problem Child 2, better than the first one.
It is. And no one had this. Remember I told you I looked on Letterboxd? No one had this on their list. I'm like, oh, no,
idiots.
Y'all forgot.
Y'all forgot how good this was?
The first one is good, but the second one, just again, it just takes it up so much with Trixie.
Yeah, with the addition of Little Trixie, Little Master Trixie. Oh, it's just, and that love rock is just so iconic. LaWanda.
Yes.
LaWanda.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
In that all red.
Lorraine Newman, right? Is it Lorraine Newman? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Which is so cool because I know you've been watching Hacks.
Yes.
That's her daughter. Ava's her daughter.
I know.
Man, I just, as much as I like to talk shit on Nepo babies, I also love to see connections with people.
Yes.
I'm like,
totally.
Okay.
Again, so if you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Hannah is great. So, yeah. Lorraine Newman as Wanda.
LaWanda.
Oh my God.
When she gets fucking rapey.
Oh my God, that's right. That's right. The animation they show when they look at it under the microscope.
When she's in the hospital for that, Junior switches out the medical records, and she ends up getting this giant ass nose.
That's right.
Oh my God. It's so funny. And Junior is just that bastard.
Yeah.
He is just a bastard.
Yes,
that is
he
a
is.
problem child.
Yes, but Big Ben Haley loves him.
Yeah,
Ben Haley loves him. And just, John Ritter was
Ritter.
so perfect. And I did a little research. Apparently, they did not want to cast him initially. And I can't imagine who else could have made that movie work.
He's like the most lovable guy.
Exactly. He's so endearing. And it's just, I don't think it would have worked with anyone else.
No, he loved Junior.
Exactly. And I love that his wife, Amy Yasbeck, plays a different character in this
every
one.
time. Yeah.
I love it because I love her. So the fact that she's that good to where, just give her a quick little dark hair job like that, the glasses. got a whole new character.
That's a whole new character. I love that Gilbert Gottfried comes back.
Yes.
Makes Junior skip like 10 grades to get him out of the school faster.
He's like, I don't want to deal with this kid
Right?
again.
Nope, you are going immediately to 6th grade. This is a 3rd grade student.
Right.
Like, you are immediately going to 6th grade. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my gosh.
This is the pure freak out he has when he sees
Yes.
Junior. Oh my god. It's just so good. The pizza place scene.
Yes.
Where they all go on a first date together.
Yes.
And they all attack the principal.
Right.
They all attack Gilbert Gottfried with that nasty ass looking pizza.
Yes, I think it was gross.
Oh, right. That was not edible.
No.
Like, it was literal glue.
Exactly.
Just coming off their face.
Yes.
Oh, it makes me sick to think about it.
But that's what I miss. I mean, those kind of practical effects.
Yeah.
make
But
a
that's also
difference.
what makes it good.
Yes.
Because you're like, oh, that's sticky.
Exactly.
I don't want that on me. But every once in a while I'll catch myself thinking about his Gilbert Gottfried's date's like sparkly blue dress.
Yes.
That reminds me of that scene. I'm like, oh, I really would love a dress like that.
That dress is good.
Oh,
That is
she
a good
looks
dress.
so good. I love
Yes.
that Junior found his match in Trixie.
Me too.
They hate each other. They're nemesis at
Yes.
first.
And she gives it out just as good as he does.
Absolutely.
Like, she's amazing.
She is a menace. And found her match within Junior, and I love that. That movie is also the first time I heard the song, was it Wild One?
Oh, really?
By
okay,
the Stooges
Iggy Pop?
or Iggy Pop?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So when I saw Iggy Pop years and years and years later, and he played that song, I was like, oh, Problem Child 2!
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So I love that movie. It's
Me
way better
too.
than the first one.
It
For
is.
me.
It is. The first one has good things about it. Like, I think
Yeah.
when Junior first meets Big Ben Haley,
Yeah.
his dad, oh my god. That whole scene where he fucking basically has him carried out in a stretcher
Yep.
within minutes of meeting this fucking kid. But yeah, no, the second one just does it just so much better. And adding this little girl to match Junior when she gets on the ride and has like those like high ass
Yep,
fucking
the
shoes.
highest platforms. I get that as a short person.
I figured you were.
I
yes.
was like, I need shoes like that so I can reach things. Like,
Oh my
Trixie
God.
knew what time it was.
She was hella smart.
so
That was
smart.
a smart little girl. So I loved it. And of course, getting their parents together is
Mhm.
cute. I love there's a good balance. We get to see all the hijinks and the crazy
Mhm.
story, but it still has a very endearing, sweet ending and stuff.
Absolutely.
So I love it. It's so funny. I
Yep.
love it.
Part 2. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, with all the cockroaches too at the dinner table. Do you remember that?
I do. Good God. And one's on her face.
Yes.
Oh my God, Lorraine, how did you do
How
that?
did you get that ugly ass? Oh man. Oh, it's
Oh, the babysitter one where he
Yes.
projects the
Yep, projects
babysitter fooling around with her boy.
Yep. Oh my god.
Oh
Scandalous.
my
The twin
gosh.
girls who like steal all of his grandpa's shit.
Yes.
Or like Junior sells all of his grandpa's
Yes.
shit to the twin girls.
Yes. So good. I haven't watched it in a while. I need to rewatch that one. It's
Oh,
been
man.
a minute.
I rewatched it for this list to be like, oh
Did
yeah.
you?
Oh,
Okay.
just to make sure. I was like, oh yeah.
I need to rewatch it. It's been a while, but I just remember, we rented that one out
It still hits.
so much
Oh,
when I was
yeah.
a kid, like all the time. And definitely more than the first one.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen the first one maybe once.
Okay.
Where the second one was repeated all
Yeah.
of that's Problem Child to me.
Yep.
It's Problem Child too.
Absolutely. No, they did their thing with that
And
one.
whoever played Junior, amazing.
Yeah. That kid was fucking really
that
good.
kid was nuts.
Like he nailed that role.
Absolutely. You don't need anything else. That is a perfect portrayal of a problem child.
Right?
It-
Just like his narration just
Yes.
cracks me the fuck.
God, he's such a you thought Dennis the Menace was bad, y'all.
No,
Wait
Jason
till-
Menace ain't got shit
No,
on
not
Junior.
on Junior. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I think we were really lucky in that era to get like all these like really kid-centric movies
Yeah.
and stuff, that really had like young people that we could like relate to and follow in the movies that were the main characters and stuff. Because I'm thinking about all the kid actors at the time and just we have the good ones, the sweet ones, and the ones that were just totally on the opposite side of the spectrum. And I love that we got it all.
Absolutely.
So that's funny. I wasn't sure if you were gonna pick that one. That's good.
Hell yeah. So we're 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Okay. So my last couple ones aren't a total shocker. Aliens.
Knew that was coming.
I gotta do Aliens.
Yeah.
I watch it a lot.
Hell yeah.
I love it so much. The first one is great. It just has a different tone than the second one.
Yeah.
The first one is like more of how they describe it as like a haunted house kind of thing, which I absolutely agree with. And this one is like a full-blown action
movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just love who Ripley becomes as a result of this experience that she had, and she's just badass.
Oh, yeah. When she gets in that suit, that armor suit. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Even in the beginning even before she, kicks the alien's ass, where she's just, showing that she knows how to fucking use it and shit. She's got the license, and she's, carrying around these huge things, where do you want it? And they're just like, all right, girl, over there. Go ahead and do your thing.
Do your thing, Ripley.
So I love her, and I just love her character, the involvement of her character. So, and then we get this ragtag group of Marines, and I think it's got my favorite, Corporal Hicks.
Hell yeah.
I love Hicks. I mean, coming off of Terminator as Kyle Reese and then into this, I just love Michael Biehn so much.
Hell yeah.
He was just the coolest hero. He just wasn't overbearing and loud like other men types were.
Oh yeah.
He was just that quiet, cool.
Love that. Men need to shut up.
Yeah. And he wasn't intimidated by a woman who could take care of herself, you know? And he's like, oh, I know you do that, but I just want to just show you these things, and I know you can take care of yourself, I'm glad they didn't really go too far in a romantic kind of vibe, but
there's no time for romance up there.
There's not.
No.
Absolutely not. But you definitely see they're taking a liking to each other. Right. So I absolutely just love that. And the rest of the group is just hilarious. You got a lot of interesting characters that stand out and stuff. So it just, compared to the first one, I just feel like it just, I revisit it more. I quote it more, like Little Newt. Poor Little Newt. And Little Newt did her thing to survive as long as she could, and to have a child brought into this kind of environment could have gone two different ways. It could have been too sappy and overly done and stuff, but she was a little girl that was a fighter. You know, she had managed to survive out of her whole colony. Yeah. So
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I would not be like Newt. No. I would be like xenomorph fodder. But yeah.
Take it out day one. But it was really cool just to see a young girl and then an older woman, seeing how they've survived alone against this alien. So, and then we get more revealing because we didn't see the alien queen in the first one.
Oh my God.
So seeing where these eggs are coming from, who's laying these eggs and shit, woo!
That is nightmare fuel forever and ever and ever.
Oh, I love it. The sound design is so good for it because you just hear the queen just breathing when you first see her, and it's just oh my
the
God.
The sense of dread is building right now just thinking about it. Oh my God.
Totally. So to have it just and I think they didn't make it to the theatrical cut because Ripley does have a daughter.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they didn't make it in a theatrical cut. I think it's in the deleted scenes. And, she's passed because Ripley's been in hyposleep for decades. Yeah. I forget, it's either 50 years that she's been asleep and stuff. So she missed out on her daughter's life. So it was a mother and a mother coming against each other, and that's why it made so much sense for her to want to take in Newt, Yeah. So I loved that whole angle. But then, her coming out and killing the queen and killing the queen's babies and shit, So
y'all gotta go.
That's why that line makes sense.
Yeah.
Get away from her, you bitch. That makes sense in that context. You take it out, it's so fucking stupid. Yep. That's why I fucking was so mad at Alien Romulus. I'm y'all could have done without that. Yep. It was already bad enough, but this just sealed the deal.
Right. Come on.
But yeah, I have to give it to James Cameron. It's for him to go a different direction than Ridley did for the original and to make it his own. It just, to me, is one of his best films. Still, I mean, I'm always, head and toe with Terminator. And I know you thought I was going to pick Terminator 2.
Yes.
But I'm more of a fan as an adult of the first Terminator.
Got it.
So they never even get through all Terminator 2 these days.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I feel like Aliens is his main opus for me.
Hell
it's just
yeah.
so fucking good.
As much as I'm terrified of that movie, I have to agree it's just a fucking fabulous movie.
It really
is. It's effective.
It is. I watch it from start to finish, I'm in it, and just the dread you get when they're how did we sealed everything? How are they getting in and shit? And now the machine's just beeping and getting closer and closer.
Yep. No. Oh, God.
It's just so effective, so well done. And I even loved, bringing another artificial life android into it, but like giving them a chance to prove themselves, because we saw how shit went so horrible in the first one with Ash Bishop, and of course it's not revealed right away. You don't see it until like he actually like cuts himself. You see like the white fluid and stuff.
The milk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Milk.
Does a body good.
Poor Bishop. Of course he gets like fucking filleted at the end by the queen and stuff. But still manages to like, help out and save Newt and stuff, because I think she almost was gonna blow out the airlock.
Yep.
If she didn't grab onto him, because that was the only way to kill the alien. That's why I love it. It's such a I keep saying it's a perfect being, but it is the perfect weapon. Like just the fact that its defenses are its own blood, like you can shoot it, but the likelihood of the acid blood shooting back at you is not gonna help you, bruh.
Nope.
So like just getting to really see that, and just seeing on a larger scale, how these things breed and how quickly they can breed and stuff.
Disgusting.
Yeah, because in the first movie, you're only seeing one.
Yeah.
This one, we're seeing a whole fucking colony.
Whoa.
So it just...
Too much.
It ups the stakes so much, and it's great. It's just one of my favorite movies still to this day. And again, like we were talking about, I don't think anything is going to top it.
Never.
None of the Alien movies that follow it are ever going to top it. And it's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
Just accept it.
Just accept it. Like, that movie's great. Let it be great.
Exactly. Remaster it, release it in theaters for new generations to see, but to try to say, like, you're going to top that is
it's a fool's errand.
It really is. It really is. So, yeah. Aliens, for me, that is my
I knew that one was coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No shocker here. No shocker.
Yeah, that one was not a shocker. Terminator 2, kind of, but not. Like, I hear what you're saying when you said you like Terminator.
Yeah. I mean, Terminator 2 was the first one that I saw as a kid. And I remember, my mind was blown as a kid watching it. But as an adult, I really don't get past the part after they break her out of the psychiatric hospital.
Right.
Once we get past that part, because I go more in depth on the Terminator series, I think in episode 2. Like I go through each film. And I talk about how like just her going after Miles is really annoying to me, and it's really uncomfortable to watch. We're trying to like take out this whole black family. I'm like, of course we gotta make him black.
Right, of course.
Where's the black guy that fucking ruins and bring on Judgment Day? Bullshit.
We all know that's a white man. We all fucking know.
So yeah, I think past the psychiatric hospital breakout, it just starts to lull for me, and it's a long movie. Like it goes on, so it just doesn't keep me. Whereas like the first one, now I just am connected to way more, because it's so many different things. It's a love story. It's a scary ass, sci-fi time travel movie. So and you just seeing Sarah Connor before all this shit happens. She was just a typical woman, just trying to like, enjoy her life and survive. And her life is just completely altered. Yeah. Never again will be the same.
Nope.
Yeah. So
poor girl.
Yeah. I think for me, the first one is still my favorite.
That's real.
So what about you?
Okay, going back to another kind of problem child, we got Home Alone 2.
Yes. That's one of my honorable mentions. Yes. See, some people fight me on this too. Like, no, the first one.
No,
like, it's
never.
Good, but
no.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No, there's a tarantula in the first one, so it's already done. I'm over it. I will never watch that movie all the way through ever again. Never. Although I am working on that. This year is about growth. I'm working on my arachnophobia, y'all.
Yes.
So maybe I'll finally get to watch Home Alone all the way through. But no, Home Alone 2 is superior. You got Tim Curry in it.
Tim fucking Curry.
Tim Curry.
Thank you.
Hello. No. There's no pigeon lady in the first one.
No, there's not.
The pigeon lady's in the second one.
Yes.
I mean, no. The second one's just way
I agree.
better.
I love John Candy. He's in the first one, but I really love Tim Curry.
Yes.
Like, I really love Tim
that
Curry.
whole scene in the hotel room. Get on your knees and tell me you love me.
You've been smooching with everybody.
Yeah. What was it? Like Tiny Tim, something like that. And then Sal, and it's somebody named
then
Sal.
Cliff.
Yeah. Cliff. It's Cliff.
Yes, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
So good.
I mean, the fact that he's so stoked. He's like, I'm in New York. My family's in Florida.
Yes.
He is stoked.
He has all the money.
He has all the money.
All the credit cards. Like, he's set.
He is that. He goes to like FAO Schwartz kind
Yes,
of deal. Like that was the coolest toy store.
Right?
When I went to New York for the first and only time, I went looking for that place. And when I was in Central Park, I wanted to go find the bridge.
I went to the plaza.
Hell yeah.
I did that too when I went there. Living all my Home Alone dreams and shit. I get it. I did the same thing.
I was like, man, I wanna go in an abandoned building up the like air shaft like that. That's cool. Like I want to hang out with Kevin McAllister.
Yes.
Macaulay Culkin was my first crush ever, and it was that movie.
I get it. He was a cutie.
Was like 4. I was like, I want to hang out with that guy.
Yes.
I love him.
Yes. I was saying, like, the kid actors of that era, like, we really got spoiled.
We got Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin was it.
That was it. That was my guy.
Absolutely.
And you got Joe Pesci and what is his name? Martin something?
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern.
Yes,
Daniel Stern. Marv. Oh God. When he turned into a skeleton and he's screaming. Like, come on. Come on. That is so funny.
Oh my gosh. They are hilarious.
Yes.
Like,
as the wet bandits. The sticky bandits.
Sticky bandits now. Formerly wet bandits.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They rob a fucking toy store.
Hide out in little house.
Yes. Like, I wanted to be in those little houses. I was like, I want to go find that store so I can be in that little house.
Yes, totally.
Oh man, I loved it, all of it. Anytime Marv would scream and go to that high pitch register, that was like the funny. That's all I needed to laugh.
Yes.
Was that moment.
That and the bricks.
Yes. That was like the best part.
Oh my God. Yeah. It just. And you think, like, that was going to have issues, you know, it's like, okay, they're going to pretty much do what they did in the first one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it just, they were able to up the ante.
Yeah.
You know, it's not him just at his house and stuff.
No, he's in New York in a totally different, alone.
Yes.
Alone.
Home Alone in New York.
Yes.
Yes. And it's just like, it was, I love it. Like, I watched the first one, like, on Christmas Eve, and then I watched the second one on Christmas Day.
Hell yeah.
Because I appreciate the first one. I think the one thing that the first one has over it is that they have the better family dynamic. You see more of the kids and stuff.
You do not see the kids
You don't see the kids as much in the second movie. No. But honestly...
I don't care. I was about Kevin.
Yes. Because that was my dream, to go to fucking New York and just have, like, all the money I need.
Yes, the pizza in the limo. Right? I wanted that.
Right? Your very own cheese pizza.
Yes. Yes.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Love it.
Oh, and you got a Rob Schneider in there too. God, he wants the tip, and then Kevin gives him gum.
Yes.
And then when he tries
Fruit
again
stripe.
later, when he comes back, he's like, "Oh no, I'm good. I still have some." And Kevin's like, "Oh, okay. I guess you don't want this. Okay."
With that bundle of cash.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh no. Wait. The supporting cast is amazing. You got appearances by Tim Curry and Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
The pigeon lady is just such a heartwarming story.
It really is. And just like something that kind of stuck with me as a kid too, you know, because yes, you would look at her and immediately just want to like disregard her and just get away. But just seeing Kevin learn these lessons and stuff, and she was such a sweet woman, and just hearing her story, you know, was very endearing. And then her coming to like help Kevin, you know, because he ends up, you know, getting like, I forget, he slips on the ice or something.
Slips on the black ice. Yeah. And they carry him into Central Park to fuck him up.
Yes. They're like, we're gonna kill him.
Yep.
And I love the fact that the gun was like doused in kerosene.
Yeah,
He's like, shoot her! I'm trying to shoot her!
Shoot her! And then they notice the birds starting to come. Harry!
I know. Again, another great scream from him.
Yes.
All the bird feed goes. And even after they get arrested, I forget, like, somehow, like, I think, Marv is running his mouth, and then, like, Harry kicks him, and then another bird flies out of Marv's jacket.
It's like, shut up, Marv! He's, like, giving the cops his entire rundown of the plan. Like, oh, my God.
So good. Like, if they hadn't been as hilarious, I don't think that movie would have worked.
No.
You know, but they were just so good as a team together.
Yes.
They just really sold it. The fact that Joe Pesci couldn't cuss,
and
it's just him just like grimacing and it just made it even more hilarious. So yeah, I'm so glad you picked that one.
So good.
Yeah, it was one of my honorable mentions.
Hell yeah,
because it was hard. I was like, fuck, I don't know, but yeah. It's so good.
Man, that was a movie I watched constantly as a little kid. That and like Wayne's World were probably like two of my first movies that I watched.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that I recall that like, had a heavy impact on me.
Awesome.
It was definitely, and Beetlejuice, but yeah.
No, I'm happy you picked it because a lot of people have fought me and said like, it's not as good as the first one.
Nah.
I'm just like, what? Are you crazy? Like, it is so much better. Like, I mean, like, I like the first one, but the second one it's like a fucking dream for a kid, you know?
Yes.
So I'm like, are you serious? So I'm so happy.
It's just way more exciting.
Yes.
I tried to watch the first one. I just don't like the tarantula really.
I get it.
Maybe I'll go and
they do put it right on his face.
yeah, I know. I can't do
God.
it. I'm like, that's too much. It's too scary for me. And I haven't watched it enough to know when it's coming, so I can't like avoid it.
I got you.
Maybe one day, but I'm so solid on the second that I feel like I don't even care.
No, you're absolutely right. I think the first one has its moments that are really good, but I think the second one is just a fun movie. Like I just have so much more fun watching it.
Catherine O'Hara. Kevin!
I know. And then at the airport, Kevin's not here.
Yeah, Kevin's not here.
It's like, what? So
They're
good.
all on autopilot. Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here. Passing it back.
I love little Kieran Culkin.
Yes.
Like, his parts are so small, but he sells it. He's like, it's like, you're going to be on the third floor with me. And he's like drinking that soda.
Yep. With the glasses that are like so thick.
He's so cute.
God.
Love it. No, I'm so glad. I love the second one way more. So great pick.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Macaulay Culkin.
Thank you.
Who did that movie? Was it John Hughes?
He wrote it.
Okay.
Chris Columbus directed it. And he directed like the first Harry Potter movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what I found out? Apparently he was supposed to direct Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
The Chevy Chase movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I've kind of watched it a little bit. It's definitely not as good. But Chevy Chase did not like Chris Columbus because he was a young director.
Okay.
He kept giving him tons of shit while they were filming.
God damn it, Chevy Chase.
Yeah, right. Just typical Chevy.
Yeah.
And so like Chris Columbus was like, "Can I just get off this film and do another project?" Because like John Hughes wrote that one too, Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
And he's like, "Well, I'm having another project called Home Alone." And so Chris Columbus ended up going to Home Alone.
Good.
They got a director for Christmas Vacation, and of course they came out the same year.
That's
He
so
knew which one was more popular. Home Alone absolutely outdid Christmas Vacation. Mm-hmm. It's okay of a movie, Christmas Vacation. It's not one that I watch every year. It's not like a tradition for me. But I definitely see like, you know, like you fucked up, dude. You know, like there was no way you were going to outshine Home Alone. No. So Chris Columbus did his thing. I love it.
The second one. I guess my only critique for the second one, Donald Trump's in it for a split second.
I know.
Gross.
God, I wish I could just like, for my own, just edit that out.
Yeah.
I'd be so happy. I just like,
Other than that, perfect movie.
I know. I get it. That is my one critique as well.
I literally cry like every time the mom and Kevin get reunited. Just like I really wish my mom was here. And then all of a sudden there she is, Catherine O'Hara, gorgeous beauty, redhead. I love her as a redhead.
Yes, me too. Me too.
With that perfect like mom haircut.
Yeah, because she was more darker haired in the first one. I forget. So yeah, they really went with her
they
like
went full blown red.
Yes, I'm like yes.
Oh, and the two turtle doves giving the other one to the pigeon lady. Just sob.
So sweet.
Oh
Love
man,
it. I was like, I won't forget you.
I won't forget you. Yes, you will. It's okay. Oh.
So good.
Love
yeah,
it.
I absolutely agree. It definitely outshines the first one.
Absolutely. I don't need the first one.
Okay, so my next one is Batman Returns.
Oh, yep.
And I was conflicted. I kept going back between Batman and X-Men 2 because I love X-Men 2. So that's an honorable mention. But Batman Returns, like I remember seeing that in the theater, and I've come to find out later is that it scared a lot of kids. It didn't scare me. You know, like I think there was a part where Christopher Walken's character gets like, electrocuted to death, and he's like it's like a skull and like that. But I mean, it looked scary, like it's a burnt up corpse. But I mean, he had it coming. That was awful.
He had to go.
He
He threw a girl off the roof.
Yes. The fact she's like, what was it? Give me a kiss from the moon and mistletoe.
Yep.
And I love it.
So good.
So I mean, of course, that's my favorite thing about it is Catwoman.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I was just absolutely obsessed with Michelle Pfeiffer in that movie. Like,
how could you not?
I've never seen anything like that before, and she was amazing. She sold it.
I feel like I haven't seen anything like that since.
No.
Just that impact
yes.
of that outfit
Yes.
and her performance.
Right.
Everybody tries to recreate that when they're doing Catwoman.
Yeah.
And it's just,
No.
you got to figure it out, do something else.
Right, 'cause it's such a dark origin.
Mhm.
I mean, she's pushed off the building, like you said, and then she, like, is brought back to life by the cats and stuff. And just, like, the way she looks, like, her skin is even more paler,
She looks deranged.
Yeah. And then she, like, comes home. It's like, honey, I'm home. Oh, I forgot. I live alone. And she's, like, just trashing her whole house. Yep. And then looking for, like, the pieces to put together this Catwoman suit. Oh my God.
With the nails.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Brilliant. Like,
Hell here. And
I like the first one. I do. I like the first Batman, but there was just something about part 2, and it just... it's like a Christmas movie too, in a way, right? So like it's like this really cool, deranged Christmas movie.
Yeah. Oh, Danny DeVito as the Penguin is terrifying,
right?
With all the goo coming when he's eating that fish. That's disgusting.
Yes, I know. He looks so gross.
Oh, the noises that he makes. I'm like,
I know.
God.
And it was brilliant, and I didn't realize. I guess when McDonald's had like a tie-in with the toys and shit, there was like a penguin one that would spit up black. And I'm like,
that's dark.
That's really dark. And I guess it scared kids. I mean, like, I probably would have liked it.
Yeah.
But it was so effective how creepy and gross they made him and stuff. So, like, I know they've done, like, a new Penguin show at Colin Farrell, which I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
He doesn't look anything like Penguin. It's just trying to make everything just more realistic and true crime. And I can give a fuck. I'm like, I want to be in a comic book movie.
Yeah, that's not the point. Like comic book superhero movies are supposed to take you out of reality. Exactly. And that's why they can look creepy and deranged.
Exactly. So I've completely just ignored all that new shit. But yeah, Danny DeVito just totally sold it.
Yeah, he was a creep.
Yes, he was.
When he bites that fool's nose?
Yes, I know. As he's trying to eat that fish.
Yep.
So gross. And then Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. Will always be my favorite Batman. No one will even come close. I don't care. Cry about it. I don't give a shit about Christian Bale. I do not.
You heard it here. Fuck you, Christian Bale. Stick to American Psycho, nerd.
That's fine. Just lead fucking Batman out. Because, oh, God, just so distracting with that voice. But
that's fair.
But Michael Keaton, just that quiet, cool, like he doesn't talk that much as Batman, So I just love it. And it's just Christopher Walken.
Yes.
Such a great fucking villain. Like, and it's like a CEO of a corporation.
Yeah, he's spooky looking.
Totally.
That bright white hair.
Yes.
Oh, God.
They did it. And that's what I'm saying. It needs to look like the fucking comic book. That's why I'm here to watch it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw that in the theater when it came out. And I was just mesmerized.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Absolutely mesmerized. And like, yeah, the Penguin and like his like henchmen, I think they were like almost like circus folk and stuff. Fucking around with Batman's car and shit. Like, so good. And then they kidnap, I think she's like some beauty queen or something.
She almost looks like Christine Baranski in the Who movie.
Oh, I can see that similarity. Yeah. Yes. No, it was dark. It was definitely darker, but I really enjoyed it. And I'm sad that Tim Burton didn't get to continue his vision with the third film. Because I would have loved to have seen what his idea would have been for Batman 3.
Right, which is Batman and Robin, right?
No.
Or no, that's the one with Batman Returns.
No, Batman Forever.
That's it.
Yeah, because Batman Returns is the second one.
The one with Catwoman. Right?
Yeah, yes. Batman Forever. No, don't worry.
I always get those names confused.
And they're not. Batman Forever is
I have not seen that movie all the way through,
and I understand. It's really not an easy watch. And I think they did a really bad job with the pacing of it because it just starts already out in the action. Like you see Two-Face already kind of fucking
Got it.
Like he's like robbing a bank or something, or you don't see the origin of how he becomes Two-Face,
Which is pretty interesting. I liked how they did that in The Dark Knight to kind of give an idea of who Harvey Dent is and
even
how
then,
he became that.
I still didn't like that.
Oh, that's totally fair. I had no idea about his origin story. That was like my coming to it.
That he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of that. The only thing Batman I had really seen was like the animated series and then Batman Returns I had seen and Batman and Robin.
Okay, yeah.
That's like all the lore that I have.
I understand. And it's funny, I can actually watch Batman and Robin, but Batman Forever is so hard for me to get through as well. It's just not well done. The pacing is awful in it. And I mean, Jim Carrey is entertaining as the Riddler, but
he looks really cool, but I couldn't tell you what his performance was like. Never saw it.
It's just not memorable, and I think Val Kilmer as Batman is really boring. So
that was an odd choice.
Yeah, I'm really shocked he did that, especially with the films that he had done previously to that. It didn't seem like he would want to do something like that.
He doesn't ring as Batman to me. Not that I'm like an authority on Batman and what he should look like, but I wouldn't have done it.
No, same. So to me, I'll always be sad that we never got to see what Tim Burton was going to do, because I think, from what I've heard correctly, Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin.
Stop.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He actually, they casted them, and then I think they threw the project out, but he still got paid for it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but I would have loved to have seen his idea of Robin, because Chris O'Donnell I did not care for as Robin at all.
He was hot though. Man, he was so hot in Batman and Robin.
I don't know.
I was like so into him.
He wasn't my type. I just never could get into it.
That's totally fair. He's a very pretty boy.
I don't know. I just feel
he
like
had no edge to him.
There was, I don't know. It just something that lacked, and I don't think I was like. What other movie had I seen him in? Maybe Mad Love with Drew Barrymore.
Ooh, what's the one where it's like a bachelor movie? Like all these women are chasing him down the street.
Yeah, I think isn't it called The Bachelor?
Is that okay? Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is. It's like Mariah Carey in that or something.
Possibly.
I've never seen it, but I know what you're talking
I just remember
about.
seeing like a trailer for it. I'm like, oh, it's Robin.
Yeah, no, I think Batman and Robin did a number. Him and Alicia Silverstone, apparently, like their careers were kind of never the same. George Clooney got unscathed by it, but yeah,
that sucks too. I loved Batman and Robin. I saw it really little, so of course I didn't know like the nuances of what good movie, quote unquote, good movies are. So I was just like, this movie's great. Uma Thurman looks so cool.
She looks amazing.
All I needed was the visualness of it. Yeah. Bane was terrifying to me.
Yes, he was.
I just needed the visuals, and the story and the action, all of it was just great to me.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I do think it is more watchable than the third one.
Yeah, so. I hate that one gets so much shit because is it the nipples?
Maybe. I mean, what the fuck? I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't either. They are pretty distracting.
It is, because they make a point to like show it off.
A literal point.
Yes. So I'm like, why? Why would you do this, Joel? I don't know if it was his decision or not. But yeah, I do feel like the fourth one is at least entertaining. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger is pretty entertaining.
Oh yeah, yeah,
true. Mr. Freeze, Oh my gosh! But you definitely could see they took on more of a lighter tone than like the Tim Burton ones.
Right, absolutely.
Because like I said, like I guess because Batman Returns was so dark, they wanted to go a completely different direction. Which, fine, do your thing, but I think that was a mistake.
Oh, totally.
Because, Batman Returns just gave you everything you needed.
Yeah, that's a Batman movie.
Yes, and I love the ending. It's like, it's not a happy ending. Nope. Her and Batman and Catwoman don't run off in the sunset together, nope. She's just like, I can't be tamed, so out. I gotta do my own thing. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And, Batman is just like, whew. He's like, please, give me a chance. Try to work this out. Yep. It's like, sorry, dude. It's the one girl you ain't gonna get.
Nope, never.
The same Vicky Vale.
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck happened to Vicky, but
it doesn't matter if you got Catwoman staring at you. It's all good.
And apparently they dated in real life too. Who? Prior, Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hot.
Prior to them getting casted and stuff. And
that's a hot couple.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Michael Keaton dated Courtney Cox too.
I know.
Yeah,
I think that was after.
Not as hot.
Nah, I think Courtney Cox is cute. Yeah, but I feel
cute.
She's cute. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah,
hot
on a whole other level. Yes,
especially in that outfit.
So I wonder if that also influenced their performances and stuff.
Maybe that push pull. Yes. Like they won't say that chemistry.
The dancing at the gala to the Susie and the Banshee.
To the Susie and the Banshee.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, the soundtrack.
Yep. Yes. Love it. So it's just a beautiful looking film. I just love it. It just definitely gives me that seasonal vibe to it, because it's just cold, and dark Gotham. So I love it. I think it surpasses the first one in every way, and I love it.
I'm not saying something because Prince had a lot to do with the first one.
I know he did, and I love Prince. I mean, like I used to watch the Bat Dance video.
Bat Dance.
Oh God, Vicky Vale.
Yeah.
Vicky Vale. Ooh, I want to bust that body. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I loved it. I loved Prince's contributions to the first one. Absolutely. And I think Jack Nicholson was great as a Joker, but
At
the
the end of the
second
day.
one just it was Michelle. Michelle's the one that sold me so much.
Absolutely. So that's saying something. When something can pull my direction, my attention
From Prince. Yes, absolutely.
That's saying something.
Exactly. So yeah, I had to pick Batman Returns. I was back and forth between X2. I do love X2, but I have issues with that movie as well. So I feel like Batman Returns is just one that I don't have too many complaints about.
Yeah.
I just love getting sucked into that world. So
It's a good one. I wish I would have watched it this holiday season.
Oh yeah, no, I made sure to do that. It was one of my favorites.
Maybe next time. Maybe next season. Any day of the week I'll watch it.
True, you
Fuck
can watch
it.
that anytime.
Yeah,
It's still
fuck
cold. It's still
It's
winter
still
time.
cold. It's January. It's January.
It'll do.
Yeah, we're still close. What about New Year's?
Okay.
All right, so my next one is 1990s. Look Who's Talking To.
Oh shit! I totally forgot about that one. Okay.
This was a movie I watched a lot growing up
Me
as
too.
well.
Me too.
I had seen the first one maybe once or twice. Not.
Okay.
There's only one kid. I don't care. There's only one. I just don't care. The second one, it had. Oh God. Kirstie Alley. The whole pregnancy was. The effects of that movie are so creepy.
They are.
Like, you have the little baby in utero, like, talking. It's like a puppet.
Yes. It is very graphic.
It's so crazy. And it's Rosie O'Donnell. Like, no, Roseanne Barr.
Yes.
Roseanne Barr. I don't know.
Yes.
You know I said Rosie O'Donnell. But it's Roseanne Barr.
Yes.
As this little cute little baby fetus. Just like, oh man, this sucks.
Yes. Oh my God. I totally forgot about that one. Love it.
It's just, I mean, even in the beginning, for anyone who has never seen Look Who's Talking, it's like these babies they're real babies, but adult actors are voicing them.
Yes.
You don't see them. You just hear their voices.
Bruce Willis does Mikey.
And then in this one, they have a little baby sister named Julie, who is played by Roseanne.
Yes, and it's awesome.
And the parents are Kirstie Alley and John Travolta, who's so fucking hot in these movies.
Good God. Like, that was, to me, like, his peak era right there.
Oh, my God. Yes. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get married. Because I was obsessed with Grease as well, going back to Grease. Like, John Travolta was, like...
Absolutely.
It.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Yes.
And then, like, the Toilet Man...
Who is, I think, Mel...
It's Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. I want that pee.
I want that pee.
I'll still think of that.
No, Mr. Toilet Man. And that Toilet Man is scary.
Yes, it is very scary.
So Mikey is he's being potty trained, and he's terrified of this toilet because his little friend from the park...
Yes. Who's Damon Wayans?
Damon Wayans.
Yes.
Man, this Mr. Toilet Man is gonna eat your doo-doo and eat your pee-pee. It's like, eat your doo-doo and pee-pee. And then, like, Mikey wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and he comes into the bathroom, and it's this horrible looking toilet monster with fangs, and it's, like, spitting out the blue, like, blue shit,
the
like,
liquid.
blue cleaner. Like,
so
give me that
good.
I want that tushy.
Just like tapping into the fears of children and stuff.
And it worked. Because I was so afraid. Like, even in the beginning, like, Mikey is in his bed and he's about to have a nightmare. And one of his dolls is like the devil. And it like comes to life and it turns all of his toys fucking evil.
Yes, that's right.
And he's just like, like, no wonder that's fucking terrifying.
So effective.
Oh, and Gilbert Gottfried's in this too. So
that's right, at the little gym for the kids.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
So this might as well be Gilbert Gottfried's moment. Like, rest in peace, man, because he had some good moments.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Iconic. But yeah, Look Who's Talking To.
Love it.
Love it. And Look Who's Talking Now was fun when they were a little bit older with the dogs.
Still have not seen. Yeah.
That one was okay.
Okay.
But Look Who's Talking To is just like the best one, and it ends with that, like, Mikey and Julie, they become friends because they hate each other.
Yeah,
they hate each other. Like, Mikey's like, oh, I want my parents back, and Julie's like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
right? That it was gonna be this big brother, and she's like, "Get the hell out of
Get
here!"
the hell out of here! I'm the baby. Like, and it's again Roseanne and Bruce Willis talking for these babies. Oh, it's just the weirdest premise of a movie, but it works.
It really does.
Oh man, I highly recommend watching it if you haven't. The graphics are so crazy.
They are. The
and, puppetry that they do with these items.
They do not like at all skimp on it. Like it's so visual. Like seeing the sperm travel to the placenta.
All voiced by John Travolta.
The embryo, I mean, yes.
Oh god. Oh yeah, like the egg is like in there.
Yes.
It's like, ew, stay away from me. Ew. Ew. Oh god,
so
it's too much.
I know.
I feel like my parents should not have let me watch that, or maybe I should have.
Maybe
informative.
I mean, right?
They do
we learned how like kids were born and stuff. So yeah, I do think it wasn't anything that was like, it wasn't obscene. You know, it was just like, whoa, they're like really showing.
They're showing that.
Yeah, exactly how it happens.
It's just kind of uncomfortable, like, or just like the sperm is gross. It's gross. It's gross. Like when you take it down to like the one little thing. No, tadpole. Look at the.
I know.
And they show it. Yeah, it's a nuts movie.
It is.
But it's so much fun. I liked it better than the first one and the third one. It's a movie I watched all the time.
I get you. I watched it so much. We had it on tape. And like we would watch it all the time. But I would recommend to watch the first one again.
Okay.
Because I don't think when this movie was originally made, it was made for children.
Right.
Because the first one really deals with Kirstie Alley because she's like having this baby out of wedlock with her boss.
Right.
And it really kind of just focuses more on just the motherhood issue. So I don't think this movie was made for children initially. I think it became so popular that by the time the second one that came out, they had more of kids in mind for it, you know. The first one really is more adult. Like, it's very interesting, and it's directed by Amy Heckerling.
Okay.
Who did Clueless and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah.
Oh, did she direct this movie?
I don't know if she did the sequel or not.
Yeah.
Did she?
Amy Heckerling, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I really think it was about also her personal experience being a mother herself for the first time. Yeah, so I would rewatch. I think as an adult you might like it a little bit more. As a kid, I totally understand. As a first one, I was like, it's good, but the second one is way better. But the first one, I think, it definitely is supposed to appeal more to adults.
Okay, I'm happy to watch that with that new context.
Exactly, that's why I felt. Because I watched it recently, and I'm just like, this is not for kids. Like, this movie is talking about really deep subjects, you know, that are above fucking a kid's head. So I'm like, I don't think this was initially made with a child audience in mind. Yeah. So I just think they became so popular that they changed it over. I think that was kind of similar to Ghostbusters. The first one was not made for kids.
Right.
Then it became so popular, they made a cartoon, and then the second one was more aimed at kids.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm curious to see what you would think about it.
I will definitely
as
go
an adult.
back.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I totally forgot about Look Who's Talking To.
I love that movie.
Good one.
And then, it ends with Sonny and Cher. I Got You, babe. Yes. So I'm a huge Cher fan. So
good.
All around, just
so
great.
Cute. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a mainstay on our fucking VCR. Jesus.
Same. We had like a bunch of VHS tapes that had like 5 movies on one tape. And Look Who's Talking To is definitely on there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Love it. Okay, so my last pick is Addams Family Values.
Oh, yeah! Malibu Barbie!
I was graceful, delicate. I love Addams Family Values so much. I think the first one is good.
Hell yeah.
But the second one, thank God for Joan Cusack.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she just came in and just stole the show.
Absolutely.
And
that's hard to do from the Addams Family.
That is really hard to do because you have a great cast already.
Yeah.
Raul Julia, Angelica Houston. I always forget it's Christopher Lloyd under all that makeup as Uncle Fester. Great. But for her to come in and just have the most quotes that come out of that movie, like,
she looked fucking fantastic.
She looked amazing. I don't think she's ever been blonde before.
No.
So she looked amazing. Like,
her wardrobe. Was it Debbie?
Debbie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Love her.
So good. And like the kids are a little bit more grown up, you know? And then we have a new baby. Pubert in this.
Pubert, yeah. Oh God, I was always so mad with that. I was like, oh, you got a cool name like Wednesday and you get Pubert.
Wednesday, Pugsley, and Pubert.
I hate that.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I love that the kids are trying to kill the baby.
Yeah.
It's so dark. I love the comedy. I think this is where I really understood how much I appreciate and love dark comedy. Like, it just hits it. The writing is so fucking tight on that one. So yeah, Debbie becomes the nanny, and she's out here looking for rich men and knows that the fucking Addams family men have fucking money.
Yep.
So she's trying to get up next to Fester.
That's a tough gig to
Yeah.
put up with. Ugh,
I know.
Fester.
I know.
Ugh. She was dedicated.
She was, and I just love it. She just comes in, sends the kids off to this fucking awful camp.
Awful camp.
With the awesome Peter McNichol and Kristen Baranski.
Yep.
I mean, like, the cast is so fucking good.
It's good. Oh, and what's her name? Mercedes McNabb as, like, the little arch nemesis blonde girl.
Yes. Oh,
and
my
she was in the
gosh.
first movie. She was the Girl Scout.
You're right.
Isn't that nuts?
I totally forgot about that.
I don't know if it's supposed to be the same character.
Okay, I wonder if it is. That'd be awesome.
But it's the same actress.
But you're right. That is the same girl. Okay.
Are these cookies made with real Girl Scouts?
Oh yeah, no, she was a terror. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you'll be a victim. I'll play the victim
all your life.
I love that movie
Yes.
as well. I have to say I still like the first one better.
Okay.
But the second one is so good that it's kind of hard. It's like dates will be like,
It
okay,
really
maybe
is.
the second one I
It
do
really
like
is.
better.
Because I've gone back and watched the first one like after having watched it for a while, and I'm like, God, this one is fucking funny. This one's really good. Like, my favorite part is when like Gomez keeps calling Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Adams, we don't know where they meet. Just like it's really good. It is. But I feel like the second one, just I think that's when I really fell in love with Christina Ricci.
Oh yeah.
Like I was just like, she is so cool. Like,
I was
oh my god.
so mad at the dude that was supposed to be her boyfriend.
Oh really?
Because I didn't like that. I was like, I want to be with Wednesday. Like, except I didn't know that at the time. I was just mad. I knew I was mad. I was like, fuck this guy. How dare he?
Oh, I like him. He's so
He's
cute.
great now.
Yes,
but at the
I
time,
did
being
too.
a little kid, I was like, absolutely not. That's my
did
friend.
too.
That's my friend. Get out of here.
Oh my goodness. It just had so many different great storylines in that one. You have the kids at the camp, you have Debbie trying to kill Fester, and like, Gomez missing his brother, you know, and it just really tied it all so well together at the end. Debbie, yes.
Yep.
I wanted Malibu Barbie.
Malibu Barbie.
She wanted ballerina Barbie.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Nope. How dare you?
How she killed all her ex-husbands and stuff. Like, no Mercedes this year, Debbie. We gotta set an example. Set this. And she like runs his ass over. And the fact that she takes a picture for it too.
Girl, that's evidence. Get it together. You're being a little sloppy for this.
So good. I know it's totally outrageous, but I love it so much. And
But Debbie, pastels.
Get out. Oh my god, yes. I mean, Angelica Houston just so effortlessly just amazing in that.
Absolutely. And they changed Grandmama to Carol Kane.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Carol Kane is amazing. I love Carol Kane.
I wish she would have been in the first one.
Me too.
Even though the first Grandma
She was good. Yeah.
But knowing that it could have been Carol Kane.
Yes. Carol Kane just brought her own energy to it, and I love it.
I just love her. Her voice is so nuts. And anytime I see her now,
Owen and Brian. Oh my gosh.
Just amazing. Man, that movie definitely influenced me so much as a little kid. Like, I remember being in kindergarten and I climbed all the way up to the jungle gym, and I was looking over everybody that was down there and trying to smile like Wednesday did.
Oh my god!
And I wanted to freak everybody out.
She's like, she's scaring me.
She's scaring me, and she's just trying to smile. That's all she's doing. And at that time, it was hard for me to smile too. Like, I would look like I'm crying.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like practicing my smile up there via Wednesday Addams, staring at all these other kindergartners, not giving a fuck about me. But that is what I was doing.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, Addams Family Values. Man, you're kind of making me turn to the second one right now.
It's
like,
just, and then like the Thanksgiving fucking play.
Oh
like,
yeah, eat me.
Every time. I'm just dying laughing. And the parents were kind of looking. So good. I think the first one is great, but the second one just
that's a good one.
It really does.
That's a good conversation starter too. Like, because you really don't know. They both are so good.
They really are.
It's a great discussion topic.
Yes,
it's those two movies.
Yeah, and I mean, they didn't necessarily need to make a sequel.
No.
In fact, they even did. I mean, I guess the first one was very popular. Mm-hmm. I think we did watch it in the theater when it came out. I know I had the soundtrack of the MC Hammer.
Hell
they do what they wanted, you say what they want to say. The Addams Family.
Yep.
But yeah, I just feel like it didn't need it, but it just...
I'm glad it exists.
Me too. And I watch it a lot. So like, it's one of my favorites. So yeah, I definitely had to put that one on the list.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one. I thought about that one, but at the time I was like, nah, I gotta stick with the first one.
No, I hear that. That is tough. I just feel like I have watched the second one way more.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's a good problem to have. If you're like, oh, is the first one better than the second one? The second one better than the first one? It's a good problem to be going back
and that's something I was kind of conflicted about. I'm like, I don't know if I want to say it's better. I think it's just it brings something more. Than
it's something that you enjoy more.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was having conflict with that. So I'm like, the first one
what
is
does
good.
Better mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear that.
Joan Cusack, I mean, she just brought it.
Yeah.
And
oh my god.
Her character was just amazing and such a smart idea.
The outfits alone.
To have this woman come and trying to kill Fester for his money.
Yep.
Love it.
And Fester fell right for it because he's a fool.
Yes, he did. I mean, poor Fester.
Yeah, poor Fester.
He never had a chance against
never.
Debbie.
Not against Debbie.
I love that whole scene when they're at the restaurant and stuff, and Gomez and Morticia are dancing. I love it's like a cave, like with a restaurant. It's such a cool setting. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's just their romance and their love is just
timeless.
So timeless and just beautiful. And I'm really glad that I think that at one point they had come to her to do a sequel to that third one, and this was after Roe had passed, and she's like, no, not without my Gomez.
That's true. No,
and I'm like, absolutely wrong.
I don't want to see Angelica Houston as Morticia with somebody else
as
Gomez.
It would not fly.
Reboot the whole cast at that point, which they have done several times.
Which they've done, and honestly, I just...
It's no, it'll never be as good.
It won't. I mean, I still haven't watched Wednesday, and I probably won't, and I'm okay. It's not for me, I don't think. It's just for, it's for a new audience, and I just really love the original pairing. And from what I hear, I guess the family dynamic is a little bit more dysfunctional. And that's what I love about the Addams family. They all loved each other. Yeah. They were a loving family. It just wasn't in the way that, typical normal people would see it like that. But they loved each other. Yeah. They wanted to stay together and stuff. So I've heard there's like a little bit more family dysfunction in the newer ones and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know.
We don't want that. That was the whole point, was them together.
Exactly. So I don't think it's for me.
No. Mm-mm. What is their like? We gladly feast upon those who try to subdue us.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Just try
That's the Addams family.
Just try it. You'll
Wake
learn.
the dead.
Wake the dead.
Sorry, I know those are the first movie, but still.
No, I get it. It's good. It is good. No, I love Dementia, the girl that comes at the end.
Yes, I was just thinking about her, but I was like, what's her name? Dementia with the bald head. Uncle Fester Part 2. That's who I'm glad. I'm glad he got his happy ending.
Me
he
too.
Found dementia.
Me too.
Way better fit than Debbie.
Yes. Poor Debbie.
Poor Debbie.
Oh, shit. Is there any more?
Oh, I have one last one.
One more? Okay.
And this is the third installment of a franchise.
Oh, that's right.
That would be Thor Ragnarok.
Yes! That's my favorite.
It's the best one.
It is.
It's the best one.
It truly is. I haven't even seen Thor 2, dude. I never saw Dark World. I'm like, I'm good.
Nah. Unless you want to know, like, how his mom dies.
I know. I've read it.
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah.
It's just kind of dull. I watched it to watch it. Like, to get, like, fill in the blanks, really. Because at the time, I had only seen Thor. And I hated that movie when I first saw it because I just didn't get it.
Okay.
I really wasn't into superheroes. Didn't know a damn thing about Thor.
Okay. Was that the first one that you had seen from like the whole like MCU?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so because I had not seen Captain America
or Iron Man.
Not seen Iron Man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I don't remember which one came out first, but Thor was the first one I had seen, and I didn't really get it. And then I came out of the theater, and my bike was stolen. So I was like, fuck Thor.
I always have that memory associated.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, fuck Thor. And it wasn't just my bike. It was like all of our bikes.
Oh,
so like a crew of our bikes. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So it sucks.
That sucks.
So like I've always just hated Thor.
Okay.
And then like the second one came out, I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking watch that shit. And like, fuck Thor, he sucks, man. And then I took a chance on Thor Ragnarok. My coworker at the time was like, hey, do you want to go check this movie out? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I did. It drug me. I feel like that's what really drug me back into watching the movies. Because I had seen a couple since then. Like, I think I had just seen Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So to see Doctor Strange pop up in Ragnarok, I was like, okay, I kind of get this.
Yes,
that's right. Okay, okay. But why do I get this? Because I wasn't paying attention. So that's what really got me back onto track of like, I'm going to watch these movies.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and like Civil War and all that was another one that sparked like, okay, I definitely...
Civil War was very good.
loved that movie.
Me too.
Civil War, another one, that's Captain America technically, right? Mm-hmm. Also better than the first one.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen the first one. I went straight to Winter Soldier and loved that one. And then Civil War was even better. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think I need to go back to the first one.
No, unless you just want like the super, like not basic, but like the super just beginnings.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. But no, I feel you on that. Like, Thor Ragnarok, I saw 3 times in the theater.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
I was like heavy.
It was so funny.
Yes.
It was just so funny. And like I was invested. Hela is a great villain.
Oh,
and
Kate
terrifying
Blanchett.
and hot.
Yes, she was amazing. Oh my god.
And that's when I fell into like Loki. That's when I really started to like Loki.
Yeah.
And understand his character something. And also he looked great.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, then Loki is like probably what really got me into the MCU.
Yeah.
Like Tom Hiddleston. Particularly as Loki.
Yes.
With that dark hair.
Oh, the dark hair.
Yes.
With the all black suit.
And the green.
Yes. And
I got you.
Thor's like, you look like a witch. Like, it's just amazing. Like their banter, like get help.
Yes.
That whole thing. Taika Waititi did such a good job.
Yes.
Of just like making it feel fresh and fun.
Yes.
I had a lot of fun watching that movie. I felt like I didn't necessarily need to know all the details of the others to feel like I can be involved in this movie.
Right.
And I mean, him as Korg was also one of the best things. That
was good.
Listen to the rock, paper, scissors joke for you. Oh, piss off, Ghost. Like, oh man, I could quote him all day. I love Korg. And Meek, the little insect kicking ass in the background.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh, and like Carl Urban. Man, him as Scourge.
He's like a chameleon, dude. Because I feel like he just looks different in every movie. Like I forget it's him sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's right, Scourge.
Nuts. Like I couldn't really. I didn't know who that was until after I watched like most of The Boys, and then I was like, oh my god, how is this the same person?
Yes, he is amazing. I love him in that.
Oh yeah, with the shake weight. I'm trying to impress the girls.
I call these two Des and Troy. And together, destroy.
Oh my god, just amazing.
And then of course Jeff Goldblum.
As the Grandmaster.
Yes.
Oh god, that was so good. Oh, and Valkyrie.
Oh god, yes, duh.
The whole, oh my god, and the whole going to, is it called Nowhere? Is that where they are? No.
Maybe, I forget.
Or is Nowhere where the Collector is? Either way, wherever Jeff Goldblum is.
Yeah, I forget the name of the planet they're on.
And then the Hulk. Yes. The whole scene where they're fighting the Grand Champion, they had to fight each other, and he's like,
We know each other
from work. Like, oh my god! Oh, one of my favorite moments is when like the Hulk is kicking the shit out of Thor and like. Yes. Smashing him into the ground, and Loki's up in the grandstands like, yeah, you know what it feels like. But nobody knows that Loki knows who Thor is. Right. Thor is he's imprisoned as supposed to fight as a warrior for the Grandmaster in order to win like his freedom, but that ain't happening.
No, it's not.
But it was Valkyrie who like took Thor to the Grandmaster, she's a Valkyrie, which is part of Asgard. It all boils down to Ragnarok and like, what is it called? What is it? Prophecy. The prophecy of Ragnarok.
I love that scene where they show the Valkyries attacking Hela. Yep. Just, that's such a cool scene.
Oh, the female characters are so right. Hela and Valkyrie are just like, oh,
I know.
God, so So good. And Sam Neill makes an appearance in this goddamn movie.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god. You know I love a Sam Neill appearance so I can talk shit.
I forgot about that. Yes. That shit was hilarious. Isn't it Matt Damon that's like Thor?
Yep.
Oh my
Matt
god.
Damon is Loki.
Oh, was he Loki? Okay,
And
yes.
then the Hemsworth brother, not Liam, but the other one.
Oh, okay.
The third Hemsworth
Okay.
plays Thor.
Okay.
And then Sam Neill plays Odin.
Oh my god, I loved it. That shit was hilarious.
It's so good.
Yeah, it just had a great mixture of humor in it, and it didn't seem like corny. It just really worked well, and like, oh yeah, I liked the first one initially, but I don't watch it as much as I watch Ragnarok,
Right.
and it's because it's two different movies. The first one is just it's a darker, dramatic more movie. Where you learn who Loki is, you know, he's not like a son of Odin, an actual son of Odin.
Right.
And like his performance in that is pretty good because it's pretty dramatic, you know, like when he's trying to figure out who the hell he is and shit. I'm just like, oh my god. But I just love the complete opposite direction I took with Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
It just was such a smart idea, and then to completely just like don't worry about Dark World. Dark World was just a mess.
That was a dark moment.
Yeah, it was. Literally was. And it's like we're on this like brightly colored, just all the color in the third one. I just love the way it looks and stuff.
Reminded me of like a video game and like very 80s.
Yes.
Like kind of what, like hopping off of what Stranger Things was doing. Or vice versa. Maybe Stranger Things took from Ragnarok. I don't remember what came out first, but it was definitely like arcade game.
I agree. I totally agree. I loved just the way it looked visually. And I love Thor with short hair.
Yeah. Oh, he's so fine.
Finally with the helmet. Finally, you know, like we finally get the Thor helmet. And I hate that he fucking, right after it, they just kill everything that we got in Ragnarok and Infinity War. And it just pissed me off so much. And just to kill Loki off like that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I was so mad. Like, I loved Ragnarok so much. And like Thor realizing he doesn't need the hammer, you know, but then like he needs it now on the next one. It just it's so stupid.
And Hela being like a formidable opponent.
Yes.
The fact that she was able to take the Mjolnir.
Yes, their fucking sister.
And just
crush
it.
Yes. Oh, loved
they
it.
They had no idea she even existed.
Right. To start off that way where she crushes the hammer, it's like, okay, this just started. What the fuck is
Who is that? Like, they had no idea she was a sister, and the only way she was even brought forth was because Odin died.
Yes, because he had been keeping her at bay this whole fucking time.
That's how much of a threat she is. It was his life that kept her away.
Right.
But the moment he's gone, she's back.
Right.
About to destroy shit.
Great villain. And she was terrified.
So scary.
So scary.
She just decimated fucking Asgard.
Yes.
Having all these other people in hiding. Man. Oh, but she looked great though, that black and green suit with the horns. My God. Strike me down. Hella. Totally down.
I love it. I love that you picked that one. That one, that is probably one of my favorite movies out of the MCU.
Oh, absolutely.
The one I've watched the most. Like, I think that and Black Panther, the ones I've seen the most. And I was like a total kid watching that shit in the theater and just like, oh my God, this is so great.
Exciting.
Yes.
Like, I felt like I could, again, be a part of it, even if I didn't know everything that was going on, but it made me want to.
Yes.
So that's when I went back, because that movie was the last one before Infinity War.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm rewatching some shit.
Yeah.
Because I want to know how this all connects together.
Right.
Because it fits really well and it's exciting and fun.
Yes.
And oh man, again, Taika Waititi, thank you.
I know.
Thank you for that, because I hated Thor. And now I love Thor. So thank you. Bless you, sir. Because I was pissed for many a year.
No, I hear you.
My bike was stolen. Thank you.
Man, that sucks.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, man. And then the Hulk and Thor, that whole thing.
I know.
Puny Avenger. It's like Hulk, like smoldering fire. Yeah. Something like that. Burning rage.
You like
smoldering. Yeah, Thor's the smolder. Yeah. Oh my God. So stupid.
Yes. Yeah. No, Mark Ruffalo was hilarious. Like he couldn't go back to Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Or he was
fighting.
He was fighting with Hulk. Like Hulk would take over for a while, and
he was stuck in the Hulk phase.
Right.
The entire time he was on that planet.
Yes, I think it was after. Because I didn't watch Age of Ultron, but I think it was after Age of Ultron that he got on that. Yeah, he got stuck on that planet.
And got sent. So that's another reason. Because like, why was Hulk there? So I had to go back to figure out like, why was Hulk stuck like that?
Yeah.
And what are they referring to?
Right.
And like, I didn't know what like the sun going down meant.
Me too.
The sun's real low. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
So I had to go back, and I'm grateful because I got to feel really a part of it then.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
No, that's awesome, dude. It's a great one. It's like I said, one of the best MCU movies.
It's got to be the best.
Yeah.
One.
And unfortunately, though, I didn't watch Love and Thunder. I didn't really hear a lot about good things about it, and it sucks because it's the same team. But
yeah, you would hope and think and pray that.
Yeah.
But you can't bottle that magic, unfortunately.
No, you couldn't. And I think because one, we don't got Loki.
Yeah.
Like Loki and like you said, Thor's banter is just so good. Like the fact that Loki is like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Yeah.
He first sees Thor and shit. It's like, shh, quiet. You know, try not to let anyone know who the fuck he is.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I miss that banter that we lost that.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the reasons probably why I still haven't seen it. So, because Loki's my favorite character.
Yeah,
I think he's the one that pulled me into the MCU because I had seen Iron Man in the theater, the first one, and I liked it. I thought it was good, but I didn't continue on. Like I've never seen 2 or 3.
They're not good.
That's what I've always heard. So I'm just like, I'm good. I don't think
it's more so just if you want to be part of the story and just know and see it.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah, and
not necessarily necessary.
I'm fine on that. So I think Loki is what really pulled me in to watch the rest of the movies, or at least most of them. I haven't seen every single one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I've only seen, when it comes to like Guardians of the Galaxy, only 2. That's because I really want to see Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Oh,
So.
yeah. The second one, that's another one that's better than the first for me, is Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Really? Awesome. Then I feel justified.
Yeah.
Watching
Yeah.
2 then.
If anything, it's because of Baby Groot. Baby Groot is so fucking cute.
Aw,
like,
that's true.
and that whole storyline with him.
Yes.
Like, man. And the music is really good in the second one. And Batista does really good. Yeah, the second one's better than the first one.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. I
Yeah.
feel justified then.
Yeah, and the third one, again, just like, whatever.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They need to knock it off. These third ones are pretty rough.
For the most
Except for
part.
Ragnarok.
Except for Ragnarok. Yeah, because I feel like, well, Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
Civil War is
yep.
fucking good. So
there are exceptions.
There are exceptions.
But there's some that are real bad.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
I'll just take your word for it.
Yeah. It's better than Dark World.
And that's not saying much.
Yeah.
though.
So that's all I got. I don't remember too much of it, to be honest.
Yeah. See? It just,
I don't really remember.
Yeah, it's not memorable.
Other than, I think Katie O'Brien's in it.
Okay.
The girl from Love Lies Bleeding.
Oh, actually, I was going to watch that for the review, but I'll probably do that next episode.
Hell yeah.
But okay, no, I love it. Because Thor Ragnarok, yeah, I just got so excited. And the fact that I went and saw it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that says something.
It really does. Like that's how excited I was about it. Like I dragged Rafa to it, and Rafa doesn't do MCU.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's totally fair. It's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone, which I totally understand.
In fact, it gets used as an insult towards me sometimes. Like, oh, Victoria loves, Delta. I'm not Victoria. Who?
Delta Crow.
Delta Crow. I forgot what I was saying. Delta loves Marvel movies. Like, what?
I know. It's
Come
just
on.
like,
Some of them are really good. Fuck
yeah,
you.
exactly. I just feel like people who just like think of them or just kind of write them all off as like the same. It's like there are ones that are really good and other ones that just aren't, you know, and just
there's a lot of filler.
I like comic book movies, you know,
right.
deal with it.
Just because things are popular. A lot of people are very much contrarians.
Oh, totally. I'm counterculture.
Yeah, it's like no, you're falling right into their hands, in my opinion. You know, like you're not following nobody.
Right, exactly. So I just feel like, people with that kind of mindset, it's like, I understand, but the fact that they're popular doesn't make them bad.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily make them bad.
Yeah, so it's just, you got to kind of discern yourself.
Yeah.
You know? So
if you like it, you like it. You don't need to make me feel like I'm a plebe and don't know anything about movies because I like a Marvel movie.
Right. We like tons of different shit, you know? So
and I find that more interesting anyways, and more honest.
Yes.
So, suck it. Suck it, Mitchell.
Mitchell.
I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy.
And yeah, because like, you know, we love horror. We love like foreign shit.
Yeah.
We like watch it all. So like that. But, you know, there was a part of me that, you know, I didn't grow up with the Avengers characters. So these were kind of me learning them for the first time. But definitely having a connection to Marvel through X-Men, you know, I, of course, feel like it wouldn't be like a hard leap for me to like watch these movies, you know. But, you know, I'm still an X-Men girl. X-Men till I die.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So I do have a couple honorable mentions.
Yes.
So I said X2 was one of them. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Ooh, I haven't seen that.
I love, even though I do think the first one is a better made film. It has a more darker tone. I think I have more nostalgia for 2.
Right.
So I watched that one a lot more. And Ernie Reyes Jr. is in it, and I love Ernie Reyes Jr. as Keanu.
The name sounds familiar.
Have you seen Surf Ninjas?
No, but Audrey's been talking about that movie.
I know Audrey loves Surf Ninjas. Yeah, get her to get you to watch Surf Ninjas. He was also in Red Sonja when he was like little, but because I love Red Sonja.
Okay, I've heard the name, but no. I'll have to look this man up.
Oh yeah, you definitely might recognize him.
I have a good feeling about that.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yep.
OG, not that remix shit. OG one. I do think it's a really cool movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I didn't want to put it on my list.
Right.
So I actually want to rewatch that one. I mentioned it earlier, Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters 2.
I do. I don't give a shit. I like the second one better.
Hell yeah.
I do. I think it's just more fun. I love the villain, Vigo. He's fucking terrifying. Doing the painting.
Oh, God.
And it has the better song. Wade Parker definitely did his thing with the Ghostbusters thing, but Bobby Brown brought it back home on our own. So I do.
How do you go up against Bobby Brown? Come on.
Exactly. And then Back to the Future 2.
Oh, I was thinking about that one.
Yeah, I don't think I watched that one as often as the other ones that I picked. That's why I didn't put it on the list. But I do love it more than the original.
It is really good.
I just love it. Like, young Biff and old Biff are just so hilarious to me.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that one I feel, and I love just the whole, like, actual going to the future this time.
Yeah.
You know, like, I love that whole setting and stuff. So, it's cool. I do love those ones. So, this was hard for me. Like, I had definitely a list to kind of, like, really make some hard decisions
Yeah,
with,
it was hard for me in the way of, like, I couldn't think of any movies that beyond the 2 that I wanted to talk about. At first, I was like, oh, man, I fucked up. You just want to talk about Lauryn Hill. That's a real girl.
Right? No. This is a good one.
I have one honorable mention. That would be Austin Powers and The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Really?
I like that one better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It could just be that I've seen it way more times than the first one.
Okay.
But Mini-Me, that whole thing was so ridiculous. Like, and Heather Graham.
It was.
Fat bastard. Like, the those characters come. And Seth Green losing it. Like, losing his hair. Like, they go on Jerry Springer.
I forgot that happens.
So funny. Like, just them singing Just the Two of Us back and forth to each other.
Yes.
Like, Michael Myers and Vern Troy are together.
Yes.
Dr. Evil and Mini-Me is like one of the best things I've ever seen. It's
okay. I do prefer the first one. I do, because I think I remember seeing that when my dad took us to go see it in the theater. My dad's a huge James Bond fan.
Yeah.
So we kind of get like this James Bond spoof. And I watched it recently not so long ago. And I'm like, this still really holds up.
Yeah.
Like, it's still
Michael
really
Myers
funny.
was a genius.
Yeah. He did his thing with Austin Powers.
Yeah.
And even though I don't really like love Goldmember, I think it has funny scenes.
It has its moments.
It has its moments, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I mean, Beyonce did a great job in that.
Yes.
I love Michael Caine as the dad.
That's right.
The whole daddy didn't care.
Right.
To take me to the fair. Daddy wasn't there. Yeah, man. Good stuff.
It was. No, definitely. I like that one. Okay. I haven't seen The Spy Who Shagged Me in a long time. I know I've watched it like once at least, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's just so ridiculous. All the dick jokes with the flying airplane, like the airplane looking like a bunch of dicks, and everyone's about. Oh man, it's just so funny. It's like the potty humor, but it touches me. It's funny.
Yes, it was a special time.
Yeah, you can't really make movies like that.
No, you can't.
Everyone's too fucking highbrow. Like, if you don't want to laugh at a fart joke, come on.
I know.
If it's well placed, go for it.
It's true. It's
funny.
true. Yes, it is very. Yeah, I think like comedies. Like, I don't think really comedies are even released now. Like, just standalone comedies. You know, like it was definitely a lost era. So yeah, no, I get that one. That's a good one.
Hell yeah, that one. Thank you, Amber Forgano, for reminding me that movie exists and how much I loved it.
Very nice. Okay, well, let's take one last break and we'll wrap up the show. All right, we are back and we're going to wrap up the show. If you stuck around with us this long, congratulations, because yes, We definitely love talking about movies.
Is it obvious?
I quickly just want to promote. I made a end of the year or end of 2024 year playlist with some amazing bands. If you are looking for some new music, if you head over to neonmutantgeneration.com under the mixtape section, you will find it. And next time we will have our new top 5 under wraps right now, so stay tuned. But we definitely love y'all. Thank you for sticking around with us, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.